Yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another edition of the Manchester United Chelsea Tottenham Hotspur Show. Man United podcast meets the Ballers at the Bridge podcast meets Talking at Tottenham Talk podcast, where we discuss all three of those clubs. Spurs, they're top of the agenda. The biggest game of the weekend coming up with the Premier League returning. They face Arsenal at home in the North London derby. Can Spurs win that game versus the weakened Arsenal side with injuries and suspensions, having the Gunners looking weak? However, Spurs do have an injury with Basuma as well, so we'll be discussing that. On the Chelsea side of things, you've got the whole Chelsea ownership, Todd Bowie versus Clear Lake. Will they be leaving Stamford Bridge? And they got to get back to winning ways on the pitch as well after drawing 1-1 against Crystal Palace. And speaking of getting back to winning ways, already it's only game week 4. Manchester United must-win game versus Southampton. It seems that Ten Hag is walking the plank already. So much conversation surrounding his job, and we're only 3 weeks into the season. So please keep all your comments, all your questions, Manchester United, Chelsea, or Tottenham Hotspur related, people. Make sure you do that. Run up the likes though on the video. Make sure whether you're watching this live right now or watching this back after, hit the like button on the video. Make sure you share across all the socials. That's me, Flawless, at Sarcasm City TV on Twitter and Instagram. You see them both there on the screen. So make sure you retweet and like on Twitter/X. You lot are clowns in the chat. And share from the Instagram. Justice for Kai as well. People, after this show, go and watch the United Arsenal show from yesterday. Warrior J already time-stamped it. Oh, that show was crazy, man. Big up to Tony, big up TJ, big up Northside, big up Don C as well. Hilarious. But yeah, what was I saying? And on top of running up the likes and sharing across all the socials, subscribe to the channel, Sarcasm City TV. It is road to 13,000 subscribers. So hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell as well. I am joined by one of my regular co-hosts in the building. Jez is here. Yes, family. What are you telling me, Jez? You good?
Yeah, man, I'm good, man. What you saying, bro?
All blessed, man. All blessed. I know we spoke earlier, but hey, something can change in a few hours. You already know. You know what I'm saying?
No, definitely.
Well, you know. So yeah, Jez is in the building. Surfer will be here shortly. But people, I did promise you lot 2 special guests. You already know, people. Already promised you lot 2 special guests. And here at Sarcasm City TV, there's no lack of squad depth. We always bring you the best special guests, as you seen yesterday, people. And this special guest, first one I'm going to introduce right here. You'll see him on Chic TV, on Mud Brothers, you know, clowning people, trolling people. But what I rate most is man doesn't hide the fact of being a Spurs fan. That's what I rate him most. Like, man still talks with chest, and not only about his own club, but about other clubs as well. Because a lot of Spurs fans just don't do this. We'll hide behind, oh, we're Spurs, we don't win anything, and that's okay. Man don't get lost just because they play good football, or just because they're getting good results, or just because their manager's doing well. So, welcome to the show. My like De Niro is in the building. Yes, De Niro, what are you telling me? You good?
Come on, man. I appreciate you for having me on again, man. Big up
Of
my
course.
brother Jez as well. Big up the chat, man. You get me? We're live.
Oh, big up.
Man.
You already know De Niro, man, every time. Like I say, you catch him on Chic TV, on Murd Brothers on a weekly basis, people, as well. But I did promise 2 special guests. Second special guest, what am I gonna say about him? Entertainment. That's what I say. When it comes to entertainment, this guy, Surfer's in the building as well, proper wronging. But the actual special guest I'm going to introduce, when it box office. That's the biggest compliment I can pay him. When he's on a live stream, it's entertaining. Period. Point blank. Period. So I'll welcome back to the show and back to the channel. For it's been a minute. My like Jimmy Spliff TV is in the cut. Yes, Jimmy. What are you telling me, man? You good?
Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you good, man. Yeah.
Yeah, dog. What's up, yo?
Flawless.
In a minute. Yo.
Justice for Kai, yo.
Flawless, I'm not that very serious, as you know, Flawless. But something's been resonating with me for the last 24 hours, so to speak.
Go on.
You know, throughout time, you hear certain things. You know, Winston Churchill will fight them on the beaches. You know, Braveheart, they'll never take our freedom. You know, up the chest. And something's just been resonating with me. I just cannot put it into words. So I just want everyone to
Just
see.
Kai, yo.
I want that justice for Kai. Justice
You
for
gotta use
Kai.
your left hand. Your left hand.
I'm saying, bro, get the fucking
You gotta use
hands
your
up,
left
bro.
hand. Justice for Kai.
Justice for Kai.
Justice
Bob.
for Kai, yo.
Justice for fucking Kai,
Justice for
bro.
Kai. If we could, right.
You'll start me up again, yo.
Justice. I think that's up there with Obama's. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. You know, we can
Yes,
say.
Yes, we can.
yeah.
I think Kamala Harris will use that in her next.
Oh my God.
Justice. The new Americans get this. The new JFK. Justice for Kai. You know what I mean?
Oh my God,
Justice,
yo.
yo.
I really hope on Sunday, Tottenham pay the utmost respect and allow, a round of applause on the 29th minute, so to speak, for Kai Havertz to, justice for Kai.
Oh man, yeah, man. Justice for God. Hey, that is one of them that is gonna live on. I've been laughing about that all day. I'm not gonna lie.
That shit is hot. The way how he was serious. The way how serious he was. You know, somebody need to put that music behind it. Spirits lead me and nothing can get no stronger. You put that music behind it.
Oh, they do. Someone's gonna do that as well, man. Shout out to Tony. Make sure you subscribe to Tony Claude Gunner TV. But that had me rolling, man. I was rolling.
I think they should put the Fast and the Furious 7 ending song, with Paul Walker. They should have.
I was passionate about it as well, yo. That's the craziest part, yo. He was super passionate, yo.
Dead serious.
You ever seen the film Independence Day? Not the trash follow up, but the actual original one.
The original, yeah.
It's sort of like when Bill Pullman, the president, goes, this is our Independence Day. It's sort of up there with that. You know what I mean? And it's sort of
it's the way he said, "Where's the fairness? Where's the justice?"
Where's the justice? It's just not fair. It's not fair, man. It's not fair. It's not.
Oh my God, yo! Oh, and the chat had a field day.
Yo, I'm gonna show you how IG wicked. Look, I just fucking clicked on IG, and the clip came on. I'm telling you, these phones are tapped, bro. I just clicked on my timeline, and that's me flawless pop right up. I swear to God. Yo, this shit is crazy.
Oh, that shit I'd be rolling. So people, if you've not seen it, go back and watch that after this United Arsenal show. It's timestamps. Yes, Jez, what you saying?
No, bro, put me on the big screen, bro.
All right, 1 second. What's this? What is it?
Yo, that is fucking hilarious, bro. Oh my gosh.
Justice for Kai, man.
Justice for
Kai.
Kai.
I was about to say, why didn't you make it 29? But right in the middle of me thinking it, I saw the number 4, and I'm like, oh shit.
Hey, go on, man. Get the force up, man.
Oh Jesus! Oh, it was justice for Kai, man. Where's the fairness, yo?
I gotta say this before we get started. Yo, Arsenal fans, some Arsenal, they fall in love with players quick.
Yeah, they do.
Damn, this dude ain't do nothing yet. Yo, chill. You gotta come earn it for me, man.
Would you?
I don't be giving out love like that to players.
Ride or die for Kai. That's what it is.
Yeah, ride or die.
Like they won Champions Leagues with Chelsea, and him, Mount, Gallagher is no feelings. I'm like, Rudiger, I'm sad. Like I'm like, Silva, Kai Havertz. I'm like, how much? 65? Yeah, like what the fuck?
Yeah, our justice for Kai cost 65 million, so it's all good, man. It's all good.
Yeah, man. You got 65 M's out of it, man. Where's the fairness? Oh my God! Shout out to Tony, man. That's one of them. That's gonna live on. Oh geez, and shout out to the chat.
That's this season's written in the stars or whatever it is. Or,
yeah. That's the season. Yeah, the stars are aligning.
Stars are aligning. Yeah, this is justice for Kai. Every time he scores, if he's not, he should be posting out justice for Kai every time when he scores or does something.
That shit is classic.
Shout out Tony, man. Like it really is one of a kind. So yeah, good that you asked me like, yo, why they get Tony on the show for that stuff? That's why, man. Tony, this stream would
just be flawless, laughing for like an hour and a half. We wouldn't say anything. We'd just be doing every time we finish, just say justice for Kai.
I wasn't even gonna go there, and you might bring it up. I wasn't even gonna mention that.
We weren't on the stream. Of course, we were gonna say we weren't on the stream.
I wasn't even gonna mention it, but even the chat before you man started, but like, yeah, justice for Kai in the chat.
For the chat, I thought no, but why? You can't go after the chat, bro. You can't go after the chat because this is what Tony said.
Look, where's the justice show? Like the chat.
Oh, and that shit happened because of Dark Nelly, bro.
Oh yeah, that's where it stemmed from because you don't think Martinelli's getting criticism. It's like, Martinelli is like everyone on the panel and criticized Martinelli, but it's like, all right, that's Arsenal look out. But run up the likes, you lot, man. Run up the likes. Of you lot in the building early. They're even at 20 likes. Let's get up to 30 likes. Hit the subscribe button as well. To AW, you have to go and watch what's it called? Watch the United Arsenal show after.
It's timestamped. Warrior time. I think it's like 1 hour 20 or something like that. Yeah, it's from there. It's like 1 hour. So I did it because I was asleep when this happened. So I woke up and saw this shit.
Did you see?
I saw the mini clip. Like 42 seconds in the group chat, and I thought I got to see this shit because this can't be real. Do you know what I mean? And then it was just like Northside said, like I was just going on for 30 minutes monologue on justice. And then he didn't even, to be fair to Tony, he didn't even monologue for that long. It was just the reactions of the chat and Flawless that took it for like longer than it was supposed to be.
The chat ran with it.
Exactly. Yeah.
The chat ran with it. The chat went like the chat seen it, just kicked it off, and then that was it. You know what I'm saying? That was it.
All I said is justice for Kai, and then the chat just crazy. I don't know.
Yo.
No, I didn't know the justice.
No peace, no justice. I said mine. So obviously, I said it in German. I only click for Kai because Havertz. I said mein Kaiser Havertz, which essentially, which basically means my King Havertz in English. I was like, bro, it's just hilarious, bro.
I think though, if we could have egged him on a bit more and then just have him in to go, I will not rest until there's justice for Kai.
That's gonna come back because as soon as he's on next week, someone's gonna ask him whether Kai scores or has a terrible game. It's one of them things that's gonna get
justice. Where's the justice?
You know, it's because like because what's it called? What's his name? Northside don't see just got tired of it, bro. They got tired as well. They got tired, bro.
Yeah.
You lot, run up the likes, subscribe. Speaking of Kai Havertz and Arsenal, obviously they are facing Spurs. Can Spurs win the North London derby? Arsenal, they have. Well, Kai Havertz will be there, but there's no Rice.
No, well, if there's any justice, he'll be there. If there's any justice, he'll be there. He'll be there if there's any justice.
Imagine there's a VAR decision here against Kai Havertz and shit, and they didn't give him the penalty, bro. That Arsenal show the week following. Oh man,
man, the idiots of my life, you are. But where was we at? Spurs, Arsenal, North London derby. De Niro will go to you. Obviously, we ain't spoke in a strong minute, so I don't know your thoughts on this at all.
Where's the justice for De Niro? That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, that's what we get into the justice here.
Get the justice ready, man.
Hey, we're not running with that one, but allow me, bro. Allow me, man.
But are you confident
going into this game, De Niro?
Or not confident? You're not confident going into this North London derby, or are you with the injuries and the players that Arsenal have missing?
Hey, listen, I'm not even confident, so I'm gonna be honest with you, but I'll be honest with you still. I think personally for me, like with Arsenal. Yeah, like I'm an honest guy, you know how I am, but we be getting slapped by these man when there's man there or there's no man there. Obviously, without Declan Rice, without Odegaard, obviously it's more of a chance our football can do a job. But the question is, can we finish our chances, bro? That's one thing we've been struggling in recently finishing chances, bro. So more time with this little, they dropped 2 players, bro. We know how it goes with Spurs, bro. We fumble the bag all the time, bro. When things are meant to be easy, we fumble the bag. I don't know if you guys remember Europa League. I know Jez remembers, bro. I think we were 3-0 up, bro. And bearing in mind the team that we were playing was, I think, I need to remember the name of the team.
It's almost Zagreb.
Yeah, that's it, bro. I remember that game, bro.
Yeah.
I remember that game. I broke my laptop because of that game, bro. So this is what I'm saying, bro. Where Spurs do these things where they love to just fumble bag when it should be easy, bro. It should be an easy W. That even last season it was the same thing, bro. When we played Chelsea, that should have been an easy W. No offense, Jimmy and Surfer, but you gotta hold that one. But obviously, like, bro, at the end of the day, when we played Chelsea last season, and then obviously we got the red card and everything like that, and all the players got injured, that should have been an easy game that we were meant to win. Personally, in my opinion, with the football we were playing. So now, looking at that last game when we played them, I'm not going into this game confident at all. It's the same with Newcastle, where we played well. That's all good, but if you don't get the W, then it doesn't mean nothing, bro. So I'm not really too confident. But all I can say is, if we win that game, just make sure that you avoid me, bro. Because this justice for Kai thing, I'm gonna run with this too. I'm new to this thing, man's gonna run with that, bro. Trust me, bro. You lot are in
Arsenal
trouble.
Win, bro. I'm saying if Tottenham win.
Yeah, it's long. It's long.
It's
but if Kai Havertz scores, it's long.
No, to be honest, no other result matter this week unless your team get totally slapped.
Like 3-4-0 or something like that.
Everybody's gonna be talking about the North London derby. Like, there's nothing else to talk about. There's nothing else to talk about. That's why I hope Chelsea just go get the 3 so I can just pay attention to the aftershocks.
Yeah.
So that. If you so on a side note, no Tottenham fans should ever be confident in a game against Chelsea with your record against us.
Yeah, I ain't even know. I ain't gonna cut them off.
Listen, I said no pun intended.
No. Just even at your new stadium, we beat you generally. But my Flores and Jess noticed I'm very thoughtful. You know, I'm not into the Machiavellian thoughts and stuff like that. I'm very, I want everyone peaceful. Don't raise your eyes. All right. And
that was an agreement. That was a raise of eyebrow.
Oh, hey, it was just like you raised your eyes, like you were disagreeing.
We are very intelligent people. Don't listen to them.
Yes. But I secretly want this to be a draw. So I'll tell you why.
Go on.
Because I need on streams both sides to try and justify why they should have won, while arguing with each other why they shouldn't have won. I actually see. The problem is with Tottenham is that their attack is crap, and Arsenal's defense is very good.
Yes,
it's very good. So I actually do see a draw in this, really, because of that factor. I don't think. I mean, Odegaard. Did I read something or heard something? Because this is on Lee Gunner's channel that he's had one open play. He created one open play chance or big chance since April.
He don't get. Like if Gunner saying that is highly like it's going to be true. Number one, number two, he doesn't get GNA like that.
No, we know for Norway, he scored like 3 goals in 60 appearances for Norway.
Yeah, he don't get GNA for Arsenal. He rarely scores. Like, even when I heard his numbers, I was like, rah. Like,
this with Odegaard though.
His importance though is more to how Saka performs than actual what he does.
And that's the thing for me.
Yeah. So I think Spurs are. I think earlier this week there was a report that Spurs may have had some doubts, but I think Van der Ven's going to be back and Solanke's going to be back.
We don't know if he's going to start though.
Yeah, that's the thing. So that's why I think it might end up being a draw, like a 1-1 job or something like that. Just because of the way it's sort of everyone's talking about Arsenal's missing thing. It looks like Spurs may be missing one.
People don't talk about it.
Van der Ven, Bissouma, right?
Van der Ven, Bissouma, Solanke, and Richarlison.
And yeah,
So
Solanke
we
won't be
don't have.
Richarlison away, bro. Keep Richarlison
Nah,
away.
see, you bro.
Keep him away, bro. I don't
100%.
give
Like
a piss about that,
I
bro.
wanted Richarlison go.
justice
I want.
for Arnold.
Don't get it
I'm
twisted.
glad you said it and not me because I don't rate him at all.
Bro.
No.
leave that, brother,
Don't get it
leave
twisted.
that, brother, on
Don't
the
get that
bro.
twisted though. I'm not
I
saying
know
that
you don't rate him.
Richarlison.
I know you don't.
I
Yeah,
don't say I'm not rating Richarlison,
Just
but
lost.
Bearman don't want to see Sun through the middle either. So it's kind of like,
that's
what do
right.
we want of them? So I'm just sitting here. Obviously, I want to see
Sun
Sun through the middle.
I'll
People
take
know
Sun
my
through the
opinion
middle.
on that. But for the people that don't want to see through the middle, somebody has to play through the middle.
I'll
So
put Sun through the middle, bro.
at this point, you just have to have a body through the middle. You
Justice
just
for
have to have a body there, even if it's Richarlison, in my opinion. So,
Bro,
so he's not there. But yeah, so we have
Richarlison
injuries,
can
and
stay away, just bro. I'll be honest, bro.
I heard that. I didn't say that. I'm saying looking at Richarlison and say that he's a miss because I play Sun through the middle. But I'm talking about just the general conversation about Richarlison just having the body through in that area to begin with, because we might see. I have the feeling that it's going to be Kulusevski through the middle. I think he's going to play the false nine. I don't think he's going to play Sun through the middle.
Yes, I think you would agree though. Hang on, look.
Kulusevski false nine.
Y'all done that before, right?
We did it the season already, yeah, and on preseason as well.
But Jez, I think you would agree though, Jez. On Sunday, it's got to be justice for Maddison, right? As well.
Shit. The justice is way long gone, bro. Like, the only justice for him is his hairline. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing that you need to worry about his justice right now. So, but shit, like I haven't talked about the game actually in general because obviously we just talked about the missing players for both sides, and I'm like this was originally the game where I needed Solanke to come back because we need somebody just through the middle because considering that Son, because I like Son through the middle, but this Arsenal game is not the game for him through the middle, in my opinion.
Yeah, physically he can't do it physically.
Against Saliba and Gabriel, I just don't feel confident enough in him to be dealing with these two. And he played through the middle when we played Arsenal at the Emirates last season, but I think people don't really understand also that one of my biggest issues this season is that the better players aren't stepping up. So I'm talking about the Madisons, I'm talking about the Romeros, I'm talking about the Karius, I'm talking about the Dogi. These guys haven't played to the levels that they can play to. So I'm looking at it from a perspective of if these guys don't turn up, Sam playing through the middle is going to be way much more worse. Like, can he play through the middle if the other guys turn up? I think so against Arsenal. But them guys need to play to a certain level so that Son can also play through the middle of a certain level as well. That's why I was hoping that Solanke is going to be back by this game. But he's not back. So I heard somebody say, I don't know how true it is. I heard somebody say he might come off the bench. But the guy has no much fitness. So I'm like, you might as well just keep him out of this game completely.
And adrenaline he'll get. If he's off the bench, he'll give you 20 minutes, probably just off adrenaline.
He might. I don't know though. But even then, I don't know how true that actually is. If he's gonna be available for the bench, we don't even know if Bissouma is 100% not gonna be there. So if Bissouma is not gonna be there for the game, is Bissouma? Not Bissouma. Is what's his name again? Is Bentancur gonna get his ban from tomorrow going onwards?
That's what I wanted to know.
Also, there's another thing. So we're talking about Bentancur being a dumbass, Bissouma getting injured, Madison's not playing to his levels, Dogi's not playing to his levels. We don't know if Van der Ven plays to the game. Romero's been playing like dog shit, in my opinion, this season. But he plays well for Argentina. And obviously, I said Madison hasn't played well. I don't think Son necessarily has played well. But then, as I said, I don't think he's a left winger. Do you see the best out of him through the middle? Johnson is Johnson. And from the younger players, I don't have the biggest expectation at the moment of time. So Arsenal have their concerns. But I still think they're going into this game as favorites because we have our own concerns as well. And I think there are bigger issues because at the end of the day, I still think they're the better team.
True.
Jeez, I didn't realize there was so much going on. Obviously, I knew that
the international break, so much happened just.
Yeah, I hear you. Just you pretty much echo that, De Niro, in regards to your concerns. Because you said that when I initially asked you the question as well.
Yeah, no, I feel the same still. Obviously, like you said, a lot of players haven't been performing, But obviously, at the same time, obviously the football's still been good regardless. But like, it's one of those ones where when you actually look at this game, the two players that Arsenal have out, everybody's making it like it's going to be a massive thing and everything like that. They still got Saliba there. They still got Gabriel there. I'm not sure, but I heard, maybe I'm wrong, but obviously I heard that Timber might not be playing. But if Timber's playing, they still got a Timber there.
Yeah,
You
Timber's
get me?
there.
So,
Right.
yeah, so that's already a block that you need to get past, because it's all well and good saying, okay, cool, two midfielders are not there, but there's still a line of defense that you have to get past to win the game. So obviously, and you know that defense can still win you games, whether you like it or not, and that's something that they have, and that's something that maybe if they were to push this season for the title, that might be one of the biggest factors that maybe even wins it for them. So at the end of the day, you got to look at it like this. Spurs' attack is rubbish. Their defense is good. They've still got a couple of attackers who are still going to be playing in that game, regardless of obviously the Odegaard and Saka link up. We know that. Put Saka in front of goal, give him an opportunity, he's going to finish that. Put Leandro Trossard in front of goal, bro. You get me, bro? These are guys that are serious players, bro. They're not people to be played with, bro. So at the end of the day, it's all, like I said, it's all well and good saying, yeah, two players are missing. Obviously, I'm happy they're missing. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm happy, especially Odegaard for me, because Rice, I think, for me, everybody knows my opinions on Rice. I don't really, like, I rate him, but I don't feel like he's as great as everybody.
You think he's overrated?
Yeah, I think he's very overrated for me personally. So, like, he's replaceable. You get me in that team. For me. Yeah, you know what I mean, bro? This is me, bro. I've been on this Declan Rice thing for a minute, and no one wanted to hear me. Now everybody's seeing the truth about it recently. You get me? We are seeing that England, he can't play on no half time. All of these type of things, bro. He's just a sideways man, but he does the basics correct. That's all it is, bro. You get me? The basics correct. And I told Arsenal fans this, bro. Thomas Partey can take players out of the game with one touch. He can take 5 players out of a game. Declan Rice can't do that, bro. And you're seeing it now. You're seeing it right now, bro. I'm not saying he's a bad player, and this is where Arsenal fans this is why I don't like chatting to Arsenal fans, because you just start crying like little babies and that when you start talking like this. But the thing is, no one said he's rubbish. Hear my words, bro. No one said he's rubbish, but he is overrated. Very overrated, because if that was anybody else, if he didn't play for Arsenal, we'll be calling him, yeah, he's a good player. When he was at West Ham, that's all we were saying. Decent player. It's all good, bro. Like, you get me? But like I said, bro, this weekend is not an easy game of, yeah, we're just gonna go there. They haven't got Rice or Odegaard. We're gonna turn them over. That's not the way it is. This is gonna very much depend on what's it called? I actually believe this game is gonna depend very much on our back line, because our back line recently have been making a lot of mistakes that are causing us problems in the back line. So if our back line can perform, and then obviously, like just said, certain players who are meant to be like our supposedly star players can step up just for this derby, then yeah, we could see a win. But if the back line messes up, bro, we're in trouble, bro. I'm telling you this now, we'll be in big trouble. So I agree with what Jess says. I echo that.
I think my big thing as well is with that is that I said one of the key things that I would have liked. Obviously, we don't know. Team news come out today, pretty much for us now since it's Friday. Is because my thought is maybe make it a thing where, because obviously everybody knows about our defensive.
Technically it's Friday over technically now.
Yeah, it's Friday. Yeah, we're in the UK. Yeah. My bad.
Thursday?
Yeah.
Hey man, hey, time zone.
It's still Thursday for you, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Okay. But now,
yeah, I just double checked. He's right. I just double checked.
It's Friday about 2025 now. But now I'm taking the piss. But now I think one of my big things is that obviously I'm hoping that Van der Ven is going to be available, not only because I want to see him play, but because I was thinking about his perspective, because obviously a big narrative about obviously Tottenham is obviously the high line and how there's space to attack all the time. Ironically, I actually went back over the international break to just look at the last 3 games, and one key aspect that I actually seen is that Ange actually has tried to adjust their highlight in terms of the position of the players on the pitch to make sure that if we do get countered, we have numbers to deal with it. For example, Newcastle, I don't think necessarily against Newcastle we defended awfully against Newcastle. I just think when you see a goal when you concede a goal straight out of a throw-in, unacceptable for me. When you concede the goal, the way we concede the second goal, unacceptable, because I feel like from an individual standpoint, knowing that Phil Romero or Bissouma or James Maddison, and those three guys in particular, knowing that the game is still to win, or because they lose the game, you just have to be locked in these type of situations. So I was hoping for this type of game. Ance's actually done that before. Is that you have Van der Ven there, you have Romero there, you have what's his name again? Fuck, and Dragus in there. Play a situation where in possession you play three centre backs, because I think we did it at a late end of last season where defensively we looked a bit more secure because obviously Udogie wasn't there and he was forced to play the three centre back. And I feel like against Arsenal, to get rid of these scares of being hit into space from our high line, put in another centre back in possession so we are a bit more secured. But obviously we don't know where Van der Ven is with his fitness. That's a big concern. So, and obviously, as I mentioned, obviously during the summer, is that our summer wasn't. I like the signs that we made, but it wasn't near enough because you see the numbers at this point at centre back. We don't have numbers. Like if Radu or if Romero get injured, we have to go to the academy and promote the centre back.
Because you only got three centre backs, isn't it? It's just
we only got three first.
Van der Ven.
Those two and Van der Ven. So
ridiculous.
It's a messed up situation. So, but in the end of the day, you're still the manager, and I feel like from a manager perspective, like the summer's over. We can't cry about what happened in the summer anymore. We have to just deal with what we have. And even if it means later on the season, maybe you promote the academy players to play centre back, so be it. Because like you just have to get through the season and the end of the day for me. But for this Arsenal game particularly, I need to see if Van der Ven is available and actually fit to play the whole 90 minutes. Because if he can, I would like to see a scenario where you have Radu, where you have Van der Ven at left back, you have Romero and Tragerson play centre back, and then you have Pro at right back. The only reason why I would bench Udogie for this game is because you can clearly see he's just still lacking the match fitness because dude has had no preseason and only came back from injury. I need this guy to kind of slowly get back into this tempo, which again comes back to the scenario where our squad is fit. We don't have a backup left back for him. Who's playing backup left back for him when he needs a rest? So yeah, but it all depends what Ant says today, pretty much for us. In his presser, who's going to be available, and then we have to go from there. But we just not in the current good situation, to be honest. And do I think we can get a good result against Arsenal? Yeah, because I think Arsenal are better than us, but that doesn't mean we can't go and find a result. Because I think even though Ødegaard doesn't get numbers for them, Ødegaard is a key part in terms of their build-up play and getting like Sofa mentioned earlier, him and Saka have their connection. Who's going to play there on the right now instead of him now? And then who goes into the position where, Justice for Kai, that dude might have to play midfield. And if he drops a stinker, you might need Justice for Kai. You might, because that dude, bigger cube. So yeah, so you definitely will need Justice for Kai because he's going to drop a stinker in midfield. So
I hope
both
so.
sides.
Because if he scores, we're in trouble, bro.
I'm gonna predict it right now.
See, the script would be hilarious if he scores against us.
The game is going to turn on a mistake by one or two people.
Go on.
Romero.
Yeah.
Or what's his name? How you say his last name?
Who?
For us or for
Gabriel? What's his name?
Magalhaes.
Magalhaes, whatever.
Yeah,
one of those two.
No one said this.
The game will turn on one of those two. I guarantee you. Clip that.
Because Jimmy, I've been talking about this Romero situation, bro. He has not been looking good. Like he just looks out of it this season.
I'm scared. If I was a Tottenham fan, he's the one player. He's a good player, but God damn, he's like at any moment it's like up.
That's my biggest issue with him. I think he's a very good centre back. When he's actually playing to a consistent, when he plays to a very consistent level, I think he's up there in terms of centre back in this league. But
like
the issue with him is
he has all the talent.
Yes, but
all the talent.
But when he's not on it, he's like a detriment to the team.
Detriment.
And that's an issue, and that's a big, and he's currently at this current situation of form where for Argentina he's playing like his usual self, but currently for us he's playing like dog shit.
Sorry to cut you, but I'll be real. Yeah, I'll be real. You see, Romero, yeah, this is the thing with me and him now. No, obviously, I think he, like you guys said, he's talented. He's a good player. But for me personally, it might be a mad statement. But for me personally, him leading the line for me is not really what I want anymore. For me personally, I don't want him leading my line. I feel like he should be a player that's there. If he's doing the silliness he's doing now, we can bench him. I need a leader, somebody who's gonna be in that role. Because right now, for me personally, in our whole back line, I don't see no leader like a leader in that back line. Like somebody who I know we can. Well, Van der Ven is one, because one thing I can say is obviously he always puts in a shift, but he's still young. You know what I mean? I want somebody that's there, that's gonna be that you're gonna hold that solidity when you're not there. Because sometimes it's coming that when Van der Ven isn't there, it's that Van der Ven be covering him, making him look good, bro. Sometimes. Do you understand?
I don't know how you feel, but I think he is our best centre back. Like, I've seen obviously conversation, because he's been linked obviously to clubs, because his contract situation is gonna be looking a bit interesting after the season. But I said this to Flores the other day. If there's one centre back I want to go between those two, it's Romero. I want to keep Van der Ven.
I don't even know how that's a debate from the outside looking in. How that's even a debate is crazy.
I think there's a lot of Tottenham fans to do North Romero to a high standard.
I know what it is. It's because because of the way he plays. That's what it is. It's the passion thing. That's what it is. Because he'll crash into somebody. You know what I'm saying? And beat his chest and all that type. You know what it's like. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, great player. Like people love that type of stuff. You show passion. That's where that, because when it comes, if you just look at them both as centre backs, it's not even an argument. It's not even. I don't understand what the debate is between them. And I think Romero's a good centre back. Yeah, or is he as good as Van der? No, he's not as good as Van der. Van der Ven does everything he does plus more. And he's got that acceleration on top of it.
But when you have, when you have like someone of Messi's profile saying that you're the best defender in the world, I mean, there's no coincidence that he's also Argentinian and part of the same squad. So
yes, there is no coincidence.
It sort of runs. Now, listen, I understand what Jason's saying. Romero's number 2. He's not number 1.
It's Daniel who said it, not me.
Yeah, he's not like a Van Dijk. He's not like a JT, footballing wise JT, not off the field JT. Well, he might be off the field JT. But
singing that song.
He was singing that.
We saw the tape.
Yeah, he's off the field. He is like that. He's on the field. On the field, he's not like JT. Off the field, he definitely is like JT. But he's a number 2. Do you know what I mean? In terms of, he's great as a sidekick, as your Robin to your Batman, something like that, as a partnership. He did really well. Yeah. Even by himself, we saw against Newcastle. Arguably, both goals were. He had a big. He had a big involvement. Yeah. He had a big involvement in both those.
You look at him funny for the 2 goals against Newcastle, because I'm like, I understand you were trying to press for the first goal and trying to press back, but get back. The Super have to take a position, and then Harvey Barnes, one of the better attackers in that front 3, is open.
He's not an organizer at Spurs.
And then I've seen people trying to. Sorry, what did you say, Spurs?
Who partners in Argentina in defense?
It varies. Sometimes it's Martinez, and sometimes it's who's the other one? There's another.
Like I only Otamendi. Otamendi is the other one. Like Romero, like, which is ironic because Romero is the leader in the back line with Martinez, because these 2 are the only constant in their back line. But this is what annoys me, because even for the Newcastle second goal, people talked about that he was trying to play an offside trap. Bullshit. I watched the tape. The guy was caught flat-footed, and I'm like, a player with your ability shouldn't get caught like that. Everybody did their job in the backline outside you, and this is what irritates me. Radu barely plays, but every time that Radu comes in, he doesn't really do anything that pisses me off.
Yeah, what? For real.
He comes in, does his job. So this is what I'm saying. Romero, you play consistently, you know the tactic, everything. You don't really have an excuse to not be playing to a certain level. This kind of goes to the other guy, which everybody knows. I'm been talking about. In terms of Madison.
Right.
In terms of Madison. In terms of Madison ability-wise, if people say it's an agenda, I don't have an agenda against him. And this is how we know. Ability-wise, he's one of the best number 10s in the league.
Right, Bush.
Ability-wise, he is.
Right.
But the issue, what I'm saying with Madison is, and why I'm so critical because of him, is because he plays good. But a player of his caliber, a player in his status in this team, I just expect I expect higher performances in terms of what we need you to do, especially the fact that you're a vice captain, but also you're wearing the number 10 after Kane. So I'm expecting better performances. And then one key thing that I always say about Madison, is and Derail maybe agrees or doesn't, I don't know. But when Madison doesn't play well, it affects the whole team because the ball goes through him.
That's true. So,
do
you know
as much as I want you to be wrong, I hear you. Go on, De Niro.
No, I was just saying, do you know what it is? I think it's lack of competition as well, bro. Because a lot of players are comfortable in their positions. They know that they're not going to get replaced. Because who are you going to replace?
That's a bad thing about Madison. Because I feel like he should be one. I heard that for players like Bissouma, I heard that for players like Dogi or Poor even. I look at Madison, I'm like, you should be at your stage of career where lack of competition shouldn't be an issue. Like, if it's a thing where you're just tired, I heard that. Then you need somebody as a backup there. But you should be at the level in your career, instead of your career, where you should. This mindset shouldn't be, I don't have competition, so I can just perform like this shit. It should be, I should be performing to a certain standard, because he's not getting into the England team anymore. He's not been getting called up for the last two anymore. So it's just the way I look at it.
That's true. No, I fully hear what you're saying. I hear that. Interested for thoughts. What do you look at this? Obviously, two teams you can't stand, but how do you see this game going? With injuries on both sides, suspensions, players missing, all that stuff.
What this game demonstrates is if you put these two teams together, they have a great squad. But separately, they're both lacking. I keep saying, I don't know why. I was on like Mo's channel, Judge Mo's channel the other day, and I said to the Arsenal fan Martin, I said, I think your squad's. I think I said, you know, you have a worse squad than last year, arguably.
Agreed.
Because I think your first 11's good, but after that, and I said, it's a weird thing. It's sort of like a compliment and a dig at Arteta at the same time, because he helped build the squad, but he doesn't trust them, and he's able to get these.
They got two mysteries they're relying on. Calafiori and Timber. We really still
It's no, and Moreno as well. Moreno's a third mystery as well.
I don't rate Moreno. He's gonna have to come show me.
Jez knows that. I think his first 11 is decent. I think their attack stinks. I think it's minus Son. I think it's the level of Man United's attack. I think they could have
it's better than ours, but it's terrible.
It's just better. If you take Son out, it is.
No, I'm saying take Son out. Theirs is still slightly.
Son's a major thing where you go, Spurs have a better attack because they have Son. That's it.
Yeah. Of course.
But I think even like Bentancur's legend grew when he was out injured. I've just never rated him. Do you know what I mean? It's like, and then
I still don't.
I don't know what he does. I don't know what he does.
I still don't get the Bentancur.
I don't know what
the next game I watch him play great will be the first one.
I don't know what he does, but like I said, I think it's going to be a 1-1 draw. So I think, like I said, Spurs' attack is average and Arsenal's defense is good. I just don't know what they're going to line up in midfield. Jorginho and Partey, maybe that's the rumor going around. If he drops Kai in midfield, then justice for Kai has to start, because Kai's not a midfielder. Right. Do you know what I mean? He bought him as a midfielder because he thought he was arrogant enough to try and turn him into a midfielder. Like he bought Ben White to try and turn him into as a centre back, and he's got lucky. He's a good right back, but I don't know, man. I just think
who's behind him?
I don't know. I just don't. It'd be Kai, Jorginho, Partey. I think will be the mid if they go that way. I wouldn't, but I just
Jorginho in the midfield with Kai Havertz.
I know. But it's like everything. I mean, Spurs' tactics should be very easy on Sunday. Just triple Mark Saka.
Which I think they'll do. I think with a dog.
I think they'll do anyway, but that's what I would do.
I think
I just literally because there's no one else really to do.
No Odegaard, no Odegaard,
no Odegaard. There's nothing there. Martinelli's not that good. Kai Havertz, that was a good thing against Brighton. That good turn he did in the defender, but that was it. You know, he still missed, and I just but the defense will probably hold out because I just think Spurs will get chances, but if it doesn't fall to Son, then look at Newcastle. Everyone's going about. I hear Spurs fans go, "Yeah, we dominated Newcastle." You didn't even score; it was an own goal.
Own goal. That's
you know what I mean? It was a goalkeeper mistake.
With that game, they didn't
goalkeeper's mistake. It's a goalkeeper mistake.
Dominate is too strong. They didn't dominate.
You know what I mean? It was it's like one of those things. I see a 1-1 draw. I see a 1-1 draw, and then both sides are going to come out saying why they deserve to win and all that shit. You know what I mean? So, but it's just, like I said, but it's a derby, isn't it? Something's mad's going to happen. Do you know what I mean? So I can see something. It's a derby, though, so you have to throw that into the mix. It's not a normal game. Like I remember a couple of seasons ago where Rob Holding just lost his mind and just got sent off within 25 minutes and stuff like that. Arsenal went 3-0 up last year and didn't even play well. Spurs nearly caught them. Do you know what I mean? And it finished 3-2. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I think both sides, their fans will get a real dose of realism of how bad their squads have been built on Sunday. Especially Arsenal fans. I think they'll get a real dose of reality about why this won't be a title race season for them. Do you know what I mean?
And my thing is this with this game, at least personally for me, Arsenal got to win. They can't draw this game.
Right.
They have to win. They have to win. Because I think if they draw this game, drop points, I think Pep would take that next game, that first game against them and say, yo, this is our chance to put a foot on their neck.
Yeah, absolutely.
Early. From early. Put our foot on their neck from early. And I think they'll go in for blood that game. So I think Arsenal need to win this game. Not get no points. Don't get no points. Win the fucking game. Arsenal have to win this game.
I think so. I think they have to. When you are chasing down a Manchester City and how close it's been, and you know how they are.
It's more important for Arsenal than it is for Tottenham.
Which more of the pressure is on Arsenal.
And you know what? If they give, it's not just Man City they give an 8-point lead to, it's Liverpool they give an 8-point lead to as well. If Liverpool win, and also everyone's going about their fixtures now. Check out Arsenal's fixtures. I think it's late October, early November. On paper, they've got PSG in the Champions League. They've got Newcastle at home and Liverpool away and us away in certain number of weeks as well between the international breaks between October and November. So they got that as well. So I don't know if Liverpool and Man City have got those type of runs
early. Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's it's really early. I mean, we were. I was
the crazy thing. You remember City normally start off slow. They started.
They won the first 6.
Fire,
they won the first 6 last year.
Yeah, that's scary shit. He's on fire. I'm like, if he gonna start like this, only thing that's gonna save us is a tweak of the ankle or a hamstring pull. Ain't nothing else gonna stop him. Nothing's gonna stop him.
Statement. Yeah.
And that's it. Go on, Nero.
If we beat Arsenal, that's season done for them.
I agree.
Season done for them straight away. That's my statement.
You know what I know? You know what's gonna happen if Tottenham take the 3?
Go on.
The fan base.
Oh yeah, that fan base is gonna go into turmoil.
Down. All that shit is gonna go.
AFTV.
And for whatever reason, Arsenal is one of them clubs that seem to work off of their fan base. The mood of their fan base kind of.
Facts.
I don't know why. It's weird.
And you know what? Do you know what's great? Do you know what's great about Sunday? The game after that, because it's the early game Sunday, is Wolves and Newcastle, so no one's going to care about that game. So all the focus will be on the result of the North London derby. Yeah, apart from Steve, but
literally just Steve.
Just Steve. Just Steve. But I mean, everything will be focused on that result. Do you know what I mean? Yes. Right afterwards. It's not the late Sunday game.
Every channel, every
channel, AFTV. If they lose, AFTV. AFTV have the highest ratings they've ever had.
I'll be there for that.
I'm there.
Oh yeah.
Cheats, I'm there. AFTV, I'm there. Tony, I'm there. Bro, TJ Warrior, I'm there. All of you, man, I'm there, bro. I'll be there.
Northside, Lee,
Northside, all
yeah,
of you, I'm
Northside
there.
and oh yeah.
Troops. Those. I mean, can I just ask, if Arsenal lose, I think we might see a record setting on YouTube with the title "Emergency" in the game. There's so many emergencies. It will just be one. They just have like a giant stream altogether.
They never Arteta out no more because they've totally drunk in the Kool-Aid. But Edu, your head is on the block.
Oh man,
Edu out gonna be trending.
If they lose, that's why I need it. Just for that, I need a Spurs win.
Yeah, it's not Arteta no more. Arteta is like the Stockholm syndrome is fully set in with Arteta. I've watched them go from last year. Like, if he lose, then Arteta out. He won nothing, and they love him more. I told people that. I said the more he lose, the more they love him. I've never seen anything like it.
It's like you know, Liverpool fans. Every time they lost, they blamed Pep Linders, the assistant manager.
Yeah.
And every time they won, it's Klopp. It's Klopp. It's a bit like that. Also, every time they win, it's Arteta. And every time they lose, they drop points. This squad's not good enough. Edu, what did you do? Not realizing that Arteta signed off on all of these transfers. All of those transfers, by the way, has specifically made the choice of not buying a striker since he's been there. He's never bought a striker, a pure number 9.
He could be Chelsea's manager the way he feel about strikers.
That's true. We'd probably do better.
He could be Chelsea's manager. He will not sign a striker, bro. I don't know. And then some of them really drunk the Kool-Aid to gas themselves up. We don't need a striker. What? What? Man City share the goals too, but guess what? Holly makes it all better.
Yeah,
so don't tell me you don't need a striker.
No. We got our record number of points, 89. Whoop-de-doo, didn't get you anything. Oh, we scored a record amount of goals, 91. Well, if you had a striker,
should have been a little bit higher.
If you had a striker and he would have scored in just one of those games to get you the win, you would have won the title by a point. Do you know what I mean? It's just one of the.
Somebody said that justice for Kai is the man to lead them to the title, bro. That's all I heard, innit? So this is the thing, bro. These men are smoking some type of crack. I don't know what they're putting in their spliffs, Jimmy, but they gotta change that up.
I'll tell you what it's like. I'll tell you what it's like, right? This Kai Havertz thing. They'll go, oh yeah, look what he did last season, all those goals. They won't count the 20+ games he didn't do fuck all in the first half of the season, right? It's like Chelsea fans who go, yeah, but from January we were 4th place. It was about the 4 fucking months before that when we weren't 4th place. How about that? What are you counting in? We're going to count in from August, December was what, pre-season or something like that? If you look at the form table, we're 4th. We didn't finish 4th though, did we? The form table the whole season we're 6th. You know what I mean? It's just
crazy. But the Derby though, like you could see some weird shit happen, like Martinelli just turn up. Like out of nowhere.
Yeah, it is because the North and the Derby's like that.
It's Raheem Sterling, bro. It's Raheem Sterling. I'm telling you, Raheem Sterling.
Oh wow! If Sterling turn up, yo, Tottenham, fuck out of here. Y'all let Sterling turn up.
See, but that's the thing. Bro, there's one of them scripts that I'm looking at. I'm saying, like, you know what? I can see that. I can see that happening, bro. It's possible because again, like it's not like we keeping goals out of our net. It's not like that. So I'm saying it's possible. 100%.
How about this for Sunday? At some point during the game, Kai midfield, Sterling false 9. I'll put it right. I'll put it out there right now in the universe.
Kai in the 10, Sterling in the false 9. That is nasty.
I just say some point on Sunday you might see it also.
That is nasty work.
I'm just you see me. I'm just that level of shameless. I was gone. I was just got myself a drink. I had the stream on. I heard Arsenal slander. I never run that fast. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need. Van de Ven levels of recovery pace. To say like, bro, like recovery pace, getting the stairs up in order. I'm all of prep, but. You know, see, my real North London derby is next week against Man City was Arsenal, bro. I'm that shameless, bro. I don't know because this is where they get parked. bro, blue and moon and all that, bro. See, that's what I say. I've seen people in the chat say, Spurs have to win, massive pressure on us if we don't win. 100%. If we lose, and every manager that loses to Arsenal, there's always pressure on them because fans don't want to see them lose to Arsenal. 100%. But if you ask me though, I'm not looking at Ange. Obviously, if Ange just do some suicidal shit on Sunday, 100%, I look at it funny. But I just don't necessarily, well, from my eyes, from my point of view, I just necessarily don't believe in the team or necessarily the manager to 100% where I believe we beat them. So from my perspective, I don't feel that way.
You know what though?
But there will be pressure though because it is Arsenal, and there's just certain games you just don't lose.
You know what though? I don't know. I think Andrew will just play that high line anyway because that's just the kind of.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's just him. That's just him. So I don't expect
Arsenal exploit that enough. Do you know what I mean? It's like can Arsenal?
That's another question. That's another question as well. Like that's what I think it's going. Me personally, I predicted 2-1 Spurs. Not actually believing it, if I'm really being honest. If I'm being real, I think it's going to be a draw. But just because I don't want to give these dudes credit, I say 2-1 Tottenham, bro. I'm saying, bro. I'm trying to think. If Van der Ven is there, I need my Van der Ven goal from the last London derby. The shit that they cancelled last time. That should stand. I don't care. That goal should stand.
Poor hamstrings.
But hey, man, it's a peak mentality.
Before we continue, people, over 60 of you lot in the building. Let's get up to 50 likes. Hit the subscribe button on the channel. Make sure you subscribe to Jimmy's channel as well. Links in the title, people. Jimmy Spliff TV. Click the link right now. It opens up a new tab, and then you can go subscribe to Jimmy's channel and find all of his socials through there as well. On the Chelsea side of things, going away from Spurs and the North London derby, Chelsea could be leaving Stamford Bridge. You've got Todd B versus Clear Lake, and Chelsea are back in action versus away to Bournemouth as well, late Saturday kickoff UK time. So yeah, Jimmy, just your thoughts on, because we haven't spoke, your thoughts on everything that's gone on at Chelsea, because you lot had crazy window, a lot of news, got a lot of players coming in, players leaving as well, and now you got Clear Lake versus Bowie, could be leaving the stadium. So where do you stand with it all and what's going on?
The ownership, no energy for that. Care zero. That's over my pay grade.
Yeah.
Stadium, please, Chelsea pitch owners. Move the fuck out the way. Like it's 2024. Like bad enough y'all in the stadium in there fucking cheering like this.
Yeah, that's true, because people do say about the
this is the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Like it's at a fucking poetry jam. This is how y'all cheer. This is how y'all cheer. So get a 50, 60,000 seater so you can have like 5,000 to 10,000 foreign fans that's going to be coming there just for that day, and they're going to be losing their damn mind, drunk out of their mind, singing like they're at an away game. That helps. You think Arsenal ain't got a batch of that somewhere in the crowd? You think Tottenham ain't got a patch of that? Or some foreign fans just there for the day? Like,
bro, we got the so career stimmy, bro. Come on,
That's
bro.
what I'm saying. Like Chelsea, we don't have enough seats for ticket holders. Louis stand by the bathroom door when the game is on. Every other week he get a seat. He a season ticket holder. Every other week he get a seat. 1 week he stand by the fucking hot dog stand, and the next week he get his seat. Come on.
Yeah, they take like a 15-minute swap of seat.
We a big club. We're not, bro. It's a joke. I keep telling people there's no way we can keep calling ourselves a big club, and then y'all holding on to this 40,000 foot stadium, and then something I never even realized, 40,000 seater, with Winter Surfer put me onto, they never fill it up.
They can't. They're not allowed to. They're not allowed to fill it up.
They're not allowed to even fill it up. Because of the fucking where it's located. It's a hazard to fill it up.
Yeah, health and safety and all that. Yeah.
Health and safety at football stadium is bad.
2024, and if we fill up our stadium, people could fucking die. Come on. Come on. Like this is what y'all, you know what it is? I'm trying to tell people when people don't see it this way.
Go on.
those people that's at the stadium that have tickets, not all of them, most of them, they do not want inclusion. They don't want more people involved. They don't want any more outsiders. Y'all think it's, trust me. That's what the fuck it is. They don't want any more outsiders. Yeah,
No weirdos, no
weirdos, and no weirdo lovers either.
No weirdos, no weirdo lovers, no tolerance.
Ain't no tradesman. Why you around, bro? Why back around, bro?
Hold on, wait. No sand weirdos. Yeah, no sand weirdos neither. None of those.
There's no weirdos from Asia.
No
weirdos
Asian weirdos. No weirdos. What else can it be, bro? Yeah. What else can it be?
That's crazy.
Rory talking about our best player ever, Peter Osgood, is buried under that. Best player ever, Peter Osgood. What?
Yeah, he's not the best. He's not the best player.
I'm sorry. What? You want me to name how many players is better than Peter? I'm not one of them dudes who stuck on that. It's tradition, so you have to say it. Fuck you, Peter Osgood ain't in my top. Best what? Best what? Where do you win? What's on his CV?
Jimmy, you could twist it that the ashes of one of our best strikers is on the pitch is actually a curse to the current strikers.
That's why no other striker can fucking go.
He's a ghost.
He's in the ground.
By the way, can I just ask? I just want to ask this. When the pitch gets dug up every season, how do those ashes still there?
That's them motherfuckers turn into particles all day, bro. Like,
it's going crazy, man. People don't want their clubs to move forward.
Somebody dead body. Why would you bury somebody under a stake? That shit is just weird.
I don't know if he's not buried in some back garden now.
Hey, bro. I mean, hey, the street. I mean, the streets have set, man. United have like referees under the pitch. That's why they don't get bad decisions at OT. When was the last time there was a bad decision at OT, bro? Just saying.
You know where the bad decisions come from at OT? The friggin' Manchester United manager. That's where the bad decisions
are. Because match goers have this mindset that people who don't go to matches don't understand. No, I understand you feel more attached. I understand why you think you're more important. I understand. You're not, but I understand why you are. I understand why you think that. I understand why history is important. We all understand this.
Of course.
Guess what? Time goes on. Life goes. You have to modernize, bruh.
Yes.
You have to modernize. When you go in the bathroom, you don't have cold on the left and hot on the right. You turn it on, and then you fucking move it to the left and the right, and you get a blend of both. It's like, bro, you got AC units now. You understand? You don't sit with a fan. I know a lot of people in England don't have ACs. They sit there and fucking with a fan on, blowing that
need AC in this country
around that's hot.
Well, our AC is central heating, Jimmy. That's what that is. We got central heating over here because
that's what I'm saying. Like, bro,
we got AC for 9 months of the year. You know what I mean? Just outside. We just open a window. That's all right.
Stadium. We need a stadium so we can make real money, like a real big club.
This is very simple to understand. Of course, there's always going to be emotional attachment to Stamford Bridge. We've seen many great things happen on that pitch. We cannot on that site. Remember, it's in London. It's not like it's like Florence. It's not like Bolton Stadium. Where it's at the middle of fucking nowhere. The Reebok Stadium. Where it's like there's no other things to
space around.
It's in the middle of London. We physically can't move people out of their homes or businesses if they don't want to. If they don't want to move, it's not like I don't know how Spurs did it, but obviously
it's not like America where they go, you're gonna move because guess what? We're gonna give you an offer you can't refuse.
So at this point,
they give you an offer you can't refuse.
And then
maybe like your house is worth $2 million. We'll give you $5 million. Well, you know what? Grandma said never to sell, but Grandma died a long time ago. We out of here.
But at this point,
triple your shit. Like, your shit worth 10. We give you 20. Get the fuck
So at Stamford Bridge, of course, everyone in an ideal world would love to build on Stamford Bridge and get it as high as we can. But at this point, we can only go to 55,000. I'm sorry, I don't care what this sounds
You
like.
can't build up like a certain height.
Chelsea should not ever have a smaller stadium than the likes of Spurs, West Ham, and Newcastle United. It's just not. We shouldn't have that. We're a big club, one of the biggest clubs in the world. Not just England.
Has a better fucking stadium.
Not just England, Europe, or we're one of the biggest clubs in the world. I'm sorry, it just has. I know some Arsenal fans didn't like moving from Highbury. Highbury's not there anymore. It's a block of flats. Highbury's not there for Arsenal fans to look back on. Tottenham built on the old White Hart Lane. That's fine.
In the area.
Even City got given that stadium Etihad, but that's changing, expanding. Everything else around expanding. Mm-hmm. Some people, weird Man City fans, would like to stay at Main Road, but that's just not feasible. Okay, so we can only build up to 55,000 on the current site. It's not big enough. And I've said this to many people, and I've said this to everyone, whether it's Bowley or Clear Lake, they both want a new stadium. And they both want what Spurs have in terms of the deals that they have. The NFL deal, the concerts, the boxing matches, and football. Spurs by themselves on a match day make the most in European football on a match day. Yeah? Now, they don't spend the money, and that's on them. And I heard on the side, buried under their pitch is remnants of trophies, and that's why they don't win anything. So,
everybody gets up under the pitch, man.
This is the Chelsea segment.
What it is the Chelsea. The problem is the biggest factor is it's not even a stadium. It's not even really moving. It's the fact that Chelsea pitch owners own the name of Chelsea, right? So if we move and they don't agree, it's not going to be Chelsea anymore. That might be Chelsea FC or something like that, but it's not going to be there. And Jimmy's right. You can't claim to have standards and call yourself a big club when you have a less than 40,000 stadium in this day and age. You just cannot do that, okay? Everton are even moving to a new stadium. They might get relegated this season. They're still moving to a bigger stadium.
I'm looking at the numbers. They're literally the stadium below you. I was looking at
looking at it as well. No.
In the away end,
Aston Villa got a bigger one.
Yeah, ask Fats, right? Ask Fats.
How big though?
Ask Fats, right? At Everton, in the away end, they still got wooden seats in Everton.
Yeah, they do.
In the away end. Yeah, wooden seats, bro. Wooden seats. What is this, like a 19th century school?
What? All this money. You know how much money? You know how much billions of dollars America paid for the Prem? And they got fucking teams with wooden seats. That's a joke.
In America, Flawless, you may not know this. Not the NFL stadiums. Jimmy will know this. Probably other people.
High school.
College and high school stadiums have become bigger than Premier League grounds. They've like
we got high school stadiums that are shit all over Stamford Bridge. I'll Google some and send them to you, and then you can put them on the screen. Hold on.
Screen share it. It's cool, Jimmy. You can screen share it if you want.
It's not even the NFL. It's not even the NFL. We're talking college and high school have bigger stadiums than Stamford Bridge. Do you know how embarrassing it is for Chelsea that England and the UK are going to host? I think it's Euros.
It's going to be Euros. Yeah.
And we're not even on that list to host a stadium.
Shit, you know on the list?
No. I think it's old. No, it's not OT. It's Tottenham. I think it's the London Stadium. It's Man City. I think it's Etihad, right? Let me go and check it real quick.
Because it's not just England. It's not just England, is it?
But still, you would still imagine though that Chelsea would be there though. If you,
I'm very shocked on that there.
But the thing is, because it only holds 40,000. That's
like
right. They want the most. UEFA want the most money. That's why they're going to have the bigger stadiums to host all these games. That's an embarrassment. Okay, an absolute embarrassment. What's also an embarrassment is I don't need these stadium news coming out when you two are fighting over who's going to run the club. I don't need that. Stadium news does not need to happen when I don't know which one of you billionaires is going to buy each other out. You buy each other out first, and then we talk about it, and then you present a stadium plan. Not just all this shit that was rehashed from 2022 about Earl's Court. Do you know what I mean? It's just the biggest thing I hate about this ownership, or not hate, but it's the mixed messaging. You can't one day talk about like a civil war. I love the term civil war. It's people just deciding whether they're going to buy each other out. It's not a civil war, guys. But And then the next day, stadium plan. Why are you leaking? Why is any of you guys leaking about stadium plans right now when you don't even know who's running the club? That's where people will say, I can understand when they say, oh yeah, it's a mess. When stuff comes out like that, reporting like that, it's a mess. Like Jimmy said, Chelsea fans go, oh yeah, I'm Team Bowley or Team Barley. Why are you either team? They signed up on everything. They're culpable for everything. Why are you either signing? You're dumb. People a month ago, people at Team Bowley that say Team Bowley, the same people that put the stickers of him as a clown all over the stadium last season, or a clown last season.
I was gone.
You're the clowns. You signed up. Didn't you read? You can tell people don't read. They literally said they have to sign off on everything. They agreed to everything. And also, there's only a few things they really disagree about. They agree about the incentives in the contracts, the buying of the young players. It's only that Bowley may try and pay for a superstar, and he wants one sporting director or one CEO running a club, where Bowley wants to be hands-on. And I do, if that's true about the Bowley side, I do prefer the Bowley option of one person running the club in terms of a CEO and one sporting director, because the owner shouldn't be going into. I shouldn't be hearing about Iqbali trying to negotiate the last day of the season. I never hear Sheikh Mansour going into Benfica and offering to uppercut the Rui Costa because he won't sell him a player.
That's it though. That's it though.
I never.
But Iqbali was like, "Yo, I'm giving out fair ones, I'm giving this Enzo or
what doesn't sports jacket. What doesn't help this fan base is already split enough. The stadium's essentially a non-story. There's no movement on this stadium or anything or any plans. The stadium's a non-story, but what's happened is they've made a non-story, split the fans even more.
Yeah, into a story.
I got people like that.
They fall for it.
People like that. Grifter Rory Jennings coming out. Honestly, that guy, man. Honestly, man, he just looks like Gollum with hair this time. You know what I mean? It's just ridiculous. He's such a grifter. Him coming out going, oh yeah, I'll use big words so I think I'm passionate. Piss off. You're not passionate about Chelsea anymore. Do you know what I mean? Just get stuff. The Chelsea pitch owners, if you don't go with when there's a stadium plan, it's an obvious stadium plan because they can't build on Stamford Bridge. If you don't accept it, then you're hindering this club. That's what it is. You're hindering the progress of the club. You have to accept it.
The matter thing about it is that you talked about how obviously we get all the things from the NFL, the concerts, and all that. People realize Real Madrid get that shit now too. They tapped into that market as well, and Real Madrid are like they're winning club right now.
They want your deals.
Everybody wants to. Arsenal won that as well. I've read that not too long ago that Arsenal looking into these things as well because again, it's a source of revenue which will not only help the football club in terms of also make transfers wise, but also from a self-sustaining situation where you don't have to rely on prize money and all that nonsense. Like that's why the Premier League is such a 100%, and that's why the Premier League is such a big market because imagine nowhere else in the world in football they can make that type of money because the money that you even get to begin with you can't have it. Like even I looked at the Euro Stadium. Like you have Wembley, obviously, of course. Then you have in Cardiff you have a 73k seater as Cardiff. Then you have the Tottenham Stadium, Etihad. You have the Everton Stadium, and St James, Villa Park, Hampden Park in Glasgow, and Dublin, Avia Stadium, and then Belfast.
And do you know what? And I want a bigger stadium because I'm pretty selfish now. I want to see a WWE Money in the Bank pay-per-view there one day. Do you know what I mean? I want to get to the next Tottenham one, and I want to go to the Tottenham one. Bro. I need to see that. I want to see someone propel off the stadium right into the ring for the entrance. That's what I want to see. Do you know what I mean? Selfish. I want that. Do you know what I mean? I love Stamford. On an ideal world, I would build on Stamford Bridge. I'd make Stamford Bridge as big as, without restrictions, as big as we can, 75, 80,000. But we can't do it because of the location we're in. We cannot do it. We're restricted on it. Look at Manchester United. They're going to try and build a bigger stadium. You can bet in line the Ineos are thinking not just about football. They're thinking about
Of
other
course.
events, building around
Everybody.
them. Look at
This is
City.
real-
Look what
real-
look what City have done. Not just the stadium, but around the surroundings as
area,
well.
area.
Surrounding area is nice. Very nice.
Yeah, exactly.
Very nice.
And this is at the end of the day, that's just where sports is heading. Like sports is not just only just what you do on the pitch. A lot of things in sport now comes also what happens off the pitch as well, in terms of even just from stadium events that are not even football related and all these things. And
But these fans talk about
it's crazy.
these fans say big club, but they're small-minded. Do you know what I mean? It's like,
Well, like, I was saying, I was trying to say with the WWE point, but imagine R-Truth landing on Enzo Pro on one of the events.
exactly. Imagine,
Oh,
imagine Mudrik's missed a shot and then Randy on RKO's him right in the penalty spot. I mean, that'd be beautiful.
No, I need that. I need that.
Well, what's wrong with that? You know what I mean? I don't understand. Imagine that, man. You know, just honestly, Ben Chilwell getting speared by Roman Reigns. You know what I mean? That'd be cool, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, EJ, hey, you lot continue to run up the likes as well. And before we just move off the Chelsea stadium thing, has there been reports of how big the new stadium would be, like in terms of capacity?
No, that's the thing. There's no. That's what I mean. This is a non-story that's been made into a bigger story than it is because there's no plans. We don't even know. We haven't bought a site to build on. You know what I mean, this Old Court story that came out, it's a 2-year-old story from 2022. Just rehashed. They even had to come out and say nothing has happened. You know, the Old Court people, nothing's happened. We're going ahead with our plans. We're not building a football stadium there. The only thing is, people don't realise this. Oh, we can't move out of Chelsea. It's the heart and soul. Stamford Bridge is in Fulham.
Stamford Bridge.
I know. I think people.
They're part of Chelsea. It's like Fulham Stadium, Craven Cottage. It's not in Fulham. It's in Putney.
Fancy a
You know what I mean? We're not even in. We're not even in like in Chelsea. It's a heart and soul Chelsea. You're not even in Chelsea. You're playing Fulham Broadway Station. Do you know what I mean? I understand the sentiment and stuff like that and attachment. I understand that, but you have to grow with the times. Do you know what I mean? Otherwise, we still have a dog race track around it. Do you know what I mean? And you'll see the cars.
It's maybe hard though, like
exactly, yeah. It's ridiculous. So I always say, why do we? I always think of. So you were okay with everything else, you know, the team improvement, the Stamford Bridge improving in the first place to come up to standards. So you're okay with that, but you don't want to go any further and take this club.
But you see, obviously we want to move on obviously to United as well, I said. But it also goes back to what Jimmy was saying earlier, that certain Chelsea fans don't want to see a certain demographic at the stadium, because I see that online in the Tottenham fan bases that they see the so Koreans there with their phones and wanting to see Son. I'm like, first and foremost, they put money into the club. So why are you angry at them in the first place?
Yeah,
secondly, why are you filming the South Koreans filming the game? Watch the game yourself too. And thirdly,
worry about what they're doing.
What the other guy does exactly. And thirdly, is that this is what I partly believe, where I think there's just a certain ignorance here, just overall in England, where tourists or people from outside of a certain place, they view you differently because you're not the real fan. You're not the real fan if you go to the places. Because I've never seen any of these type of conversations in any other leagues. I used to live in Germany. I've never seen a situation in Stuttgart where people are concerned about the tourists when Stuttgart were actually better. I've never seen that. It's only here in England.
I never hear you're right. And I'd rather, the way the atmosphere is right now, I'd rather pack it in with 30,000 tourists, more tourists. Do you know what I mean?
Because that's one thing people have said. Like even Lewis said about it.
I appreciate it. It's not just this season. It's just generally. I think most grounds generally the atmosphere is only the only good atmosphere at most grounds is from the away fans and for certain games like against rivals or if you go far in a competition or in a title race and it Stokes like that. But
don't undermate Sohos Park. Don't undermate Sohos Park. That's my favorite.
Yeah, but if we all know if they got success with that would change. We all know that.
Yeah, because
success breeds complacency. We all know that. Like. You know what I mean? We all know that. Old Trafford, let's face it, that was that Liverpool game when they booed and were singing whatever. That's probably the loudest Old Trafford has been for many years. You know what I mean? In terms of
the whole team.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Unless it's a big game, like you said, or there's something going on, or it's rivalry.
Yeah.
Like and most people watching it know Manchester United content creators who go, they'll tell you. Like even when I've been like outside of big games. It's not that. Like, it's not like a Champions League knockout
They-
team. Or Liverpool
They might as well just put that fake noise they did for the COVID games. You remember, like the fake FIFA noises they did, so you couldn't really hear what everyone was saying. Just do that.
I remember.
It's just honestly, they'll get up for the goals that go in, no problem, and stuff like that. But we're not playing well. Yeah, what do you think this young team is going to do when you guys are just like booing or chanting fucking Gallagher's name, who's left, and stuff like that for the third game in a row? You think this team is? I think the away fans of Wolves were brilliant. That's the hardcore fans of any fan base of the away fans. They're the ones that allow this. But no wonder Caicedo came out, and I'm briefing where he said that he preferred to play away at Stamford Bridge. I think I would actually prefer Chelsea to play all their games away this season. I would just prefer it. I just prefer it. Or if it's at Stamford Bridge behind closed doors.
No facts. Just put the FIFA songs on that.
Oh, the cardboard cutouts. Remember the cardboard cutouts?
Yeah. But they have the people. Them people would make more noise. To be fair,
they would. What they could do is have the mechanical bits. And sometimes the old things that just move up and down.
They go up and down.
Like Macaulay Culkin in Home Alone when he's trying to trick the rubbish.
But what's it called? I think Steve mentioned that, and I mentioned that before as well. Obviously, it might be the last thing that we talk before we move on. Is that just English football atmosphere is in general just very dog shit because even everybody talking about Anfield. Anfield ain't all that. When I'm going Anfield,
it's a fantasy.
And when I look at obviously, and it's just from experience because I lived in Germany. It doesn't matter if you in a derby even 2-0 down. The fans go to the 90th minute till the game is over, regardless of what happens in the game. Your team scores, your team concedes. Maybe there's going to be a little moment where they're going to be quiet if you concede, because of course you're pissed. But then they go on and continue. And this is kind of like what I say for English fans in general. I feel like you would help your team actually by creating a better atmosphere throughout the whole 90 minutes instead of just only when you score, only when you play a big team, only when it's a big occasion. Players will feel more comfortable playing actually at home. But when you have somebody like Caicedo saying, "I don't like playing at home," what does it tell you about just the football club itself?
That is crazy what I'm saying, because where you're naturally in more hostile environments. Away from home, you are in more, and you're saying I prefer it rather than our home fans. That's crazy. But on Chelsea,
I can understand if you're upset the ownership, fine. As soon as that whistle blows, should all be concentrating on the game in hand. Do you know what I mean? Supporting the guys. So I don't like some of these players. As soon as that whistle goes, I'll be backing them 100% to do well. Do you know what I mean? No matter what I feel, they might even perform crap during the game, but I still want to do well. I mean, if you, like I said, chanting Gallagher. Fucking Gallagher, the players that we've had, and you freaking, I didn't even hear you chant. You didn't even give Hazard a proper chant. It was just that Eden, like you done for all fucking names like Yaya Toure had. Well, at Man City, when he did the Toure brothers, Cooler, Yaya. It's rubbish. Honestly, you gave some songs like Bakayoko's song is fire, but he's a shit player.
Yeah, Bakayoko's song.
Oh my god, maybe they gave a song to. It was a.
I don't know why you gave such a fire song to Bakayoko. That song is fire.
Yeah. Honestly, we couldn't find one for Eden Hazard. Are you mental? Are you absolutely? We was there for 8 years, 7 years, and you couldn't find one for Eden Hazard. What are we doing here? But Gallagher, let's do a flipping banner for Gallagher. For what? For running about? If that's the case, do one for the fitness coach. He just runs about as well. Do you know what I mean? For Christ's sake.
Daniel, we nearly signed that guy, you know. Bro, I'm still happy to this day.
I can't believe it.
Bro, I can't lie, I'm happy, but we passed that, bro.
No, bro, Daniel, I'll be real, bro. That was my transfer off the window, bro, when he went to Atleti.
Yeah, bro. Now I was happy when that happened, bro. I had to look at that, bro.
It's crazy. You lot again continue to run up the likes, hit the subscribe button, subscribe to Jimmy's channel, people. Make sure you subscribe to Jimmy's channel. Link is in the title as well. Justice for the fitness coach is crazy. It's to Mohammed.
Very quick
season, man. Go on. Say what you're gonna say.
No,
Oh,
I
you
said
mean
it
in
was
regards
very
to,
quick.
yeah. For hashtag justice for the that's gonna live on and live on. To Mohammed, unfortunately, on the United side of things, flawless. The pressure is back. I don't want to watch us anymore. I'm genuinely exhausted. This pathetic manager and players. And the thing is, Mohammed, I think we had spoke, guys. You be in the chat on a regular basis, so I presume we spoke over the summer. Hey man, get your 2 seat belts on and strap in because it's gonna be a very uncomfortable season. Literally, that's all I can tell you, Mohammed. I've got no words of wisdom. I ain't gonna lie to you and tell you it's gonna get better. Will we win games? Yes. Is it gonna look good? No. Is it gonna be enjoyable wins? Absolutely not. You just gotta it'll run its course. The manager gets sacked of when, not if. Now, if that, hopefully that is sooner rather than later, but I don't see it being this year. You look at our the fixtures though, it is very tough on paper. And we make all games. So even if it was favorable, we may draw and lose games. So this Southampton game is must win. Not in regards to when I say that, that's not in regards to him losing his job. I don't think we lose to Southampton and Ten Hag is sacked. The conversation, I think, just gets sparked. The conversation gets sparked. It's even more. The pressure's right back on him. All that pressure that was on him after the Liverpool game, then there was the break. So it kind of died down. Now it's going to be even more so, especially after Ronaldo's comments. And then I think Ten Hag is now, I think he responded to him. I'm not even sure. I can't pay him no money.
Yeah, there's some. I think if Warrior's in the chat, I know he'll get the comments up. But
yeah,
you know what I'm looking forward to, Flores? It's not even sad to you. I'm looking forward to your starting lineup against Barnsley in the next week.
Oh, when he plays the strongest team.
Yeah.
When he plays the strongest team on Tuesday against Barnsley. When we see everybody, we're gonna see everybody.
Bruno's definitely starting. Bruno,
Surfer, he's better off playing. He's better off playing a worse team because if he plays the strongest team and still plays shit and wins, bro, there's low-key more pressure.
We know what's going to happen, right? I think it won't be a convincing win. It'll be a scrape. I think you'll beat Southampton. You'll beat Barnsley. I don't know who you've got next in the league.
It's Palace away.
Okay, so it just stops there then. So you'll be Southampton and Barnsley. Everyone will go, yeah, see, he's turned it around a bit. You might get slapped by Palace, and then you've got 20 in Europe, and then Spurs, right?
Spurs. Yep.
It could be ironically, Jez, you could be the one to fire ETH, you know.
Well, it's hilarious because
that's before the next international break, right? Is that before the next international break? Or?
That is one.
Yeah, it's before. I think.
Yeah.
This is hilarious because
no. You got the Porto game away, then Villa away, then the international break.
Oh, okay. So after.
Yeah, that's the tough.
You might.
To me, I'm looking at it's the West Ham away game. That's the one I'm looking at.
Oh, you think the West Ham away?
Yeah, you know why? Because it's Spurs at home, Porto away, Villa away, then the international break, then it's Brentford at home, then it's Fenerbahce away. So let's say let's say Palace take points of us. We beat 20. We don't beat Spurs. We lose away at Porto. Villa, we drop points. And then the break happens. Plenty of pressure. Brentford at home, let's say, I don't know, we draw that. And then Fenerbahce we lose. And then West Ham as well.
Is there anything about, you know who's managing Fenerbahce now, don't you?
Yeah, exactly. That's how I'm looking. That's exactly how I'm looking at it. So, because it might have been Warrior J or someone asked me, was like, I know you don't think he's gonna get sacked like early, but said to me, "Oh, what if he was to get sacked? Where do you see it happening?" And when I looked at the fixtures, I was like, West Ham away, which ironically is right before the game. The game after is you lot at home. It's Chelsea at home, and then the November is more favorable on paper with PAOK at home, Leicester at home, Ipswich away, Bodo Glimt at home, Everton at home. So you look at it and go, if you're going to sack him, it would be then. But then with Ineos, who knows? How many do you actually think you're going to West Ham? What, games overall? Or are you talking about in the league? Go on, Jimmy. What'd you say?
I forgot you guys were in Europe. I forgot.
Yeah. I wish I could forget. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really in Europe, man.
But you know, I kind of like because we always talked about the fixtures there. In my opinion, if Ten Hag still survive after those pictures, and then also the payable pictures come in, I think you don't see him gone till maybe late February, March. And we talked about how if Ten Hag gets sucked, but it's late in the season, where do you see United finishing them?
7th. 7th. Yeah, like I've said this, like a lot of people are putting faith in Ineos to sack him early, and it's like I don't see it. Like I want to be wrong on this, but I just don't see it happening. They assessed him for a month after everything that happened this season gone and kept him. So why after, let's say it's 2-3 months of bad form, bad results, and that's why all this nonsense that came out in international break about they're underwhelmed by his playing style and they want to see different. Like you would have had this conversation. Like surely you had this conversation beforehand when you offered him a new deal. When you lot sat down in the conference room, surely this was a topic of conversation. Was how you're going to settle. Why was Wilcox brought in? Why were the two coaches in Van Nistelrooy and Hack? And I made all of these points, as you well know, Jez, because me and you spoke on this. I made all these points all during the summer.
Yeah,
people like, Ineos this, Ineos that. Ineos ain't changed nothing in regards to on the pitch. We've improved because of the players we brought in from a defensive standpoint. Like Maserati was better than what we had, as did De Ligt. So we just naturally look better because of those two. But that's not no tactical change. But
I wonder also when it comes to sacking him, obviously paying him off, whether the financials come into mind since he just reported he lost like 100 million. He reported 100 million worth of losses, and whether that comes into mind, I'm going, we are very close, because what I read and like I watched, a big up to Nuruddin who did a show about this and reported it, like that, is very close to the breaking of the PSR. I keep saying PRS for some reason, but PSR.
PRS is music, that's why you're saying that.
I know, yeah, I did. But it's very close. You're very close to breaking the PSR thing. And I think it was reported, because I think you got like some. I haven't really thought it, but you got something in COVID, like payments and stuff like that. And they said without that, you would have actually broken the PSR. It would have actually broken. You would have actually gone over what you need to lose in like 3 years. So I wonder if that comes into mind about sacking him as well.
I'm never mad at any club that brings down their wage structure, because
that will help.
After they took points from Everton and Nottingham Forest, y'all gotta know this shit's real. It's real.
Jimmy, that's fine, but then they put Bruno on 300k.
Well, that's
why we got rid of Varane. That's why we got rid of, because United have, like, when we look at the players we've let go, our wage bill has been more than slashed.
So you could put Bruno on 300.
So it's like, even letting Martial, like even just Martial and Varane going, that's a whole lot of money right there. That's a whole lot. Like just with those two, then that's the
you get
Pogba and Cavani, Matic, Lingard. The list goes on.
But what if the idea was to get rid of the wages so the wages can go to Bruno?
Yeah, you know what? How about
I'm just saying, like, because obviously, I see apparently what's it called? Varane will even register to Como for the season.
And y'all got Sancho, believe it or not, off the wing.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. So it's like that's why I went.
But they added Mason Mount's 250 last year, didn't they?
But to answer your question, Effie, when I look at the games, like in regards to that go Premier League, I ain't confident going into none of these. Southampton, do I think will win? Yeah. Palace, that's got draw written all over it. Tottenham, draw written all over it. Villa, draw written all over it. Brentford, I ain't watched, but I heard they're doing decent. So I can't even confidently say a win. And West Ham away, never confident going to West Ham away. That's our next 5. Now, League Cup, do I think we'll be Barnsley? Yes. 20 at home. Also, yes. Porto away, Fenerbahce away. Not easy games. So it's not at all. Like, I'm really not like going into these games. Like, obviously, closer to I always predict United wins. It's going to be United fan. But when you look at it logically, it's like I have no confidence going into these games whatsoever. Zero.
So that's right. Ugochukwu played for Southampton. We
haven't lost in our last 15 trips to 15 away games to Southampton. Just got Southampton written over it.
Did you see a video on the United View from Marcel about replacing Casemiro?
I've seen the video. I've seen the video.
You know who he said to? Do you know who he said to replace him with?
Who did he say?
Your that kid Kone that you bought.
Yeah, second corner from Mali.
Put him in the squad. He asked Marcel this. They asked, have you seen? Marcel said he'd never seen him play. You've never seen him play, but put him in for Casemiro.
It can't get any worse.
Bro, that kid just came. Bro, bear in mind, that kid just literally came. That kid literally came from Mali, bro. He didn't came from like a European side in the academy. No, the dude came straight from Mali, bro.
Yeah, even the guy, I can't remember his name, I apologise, that hosted Reflect said, so you're telling me that you want to take a kid who's not even settled in the UK yet, you want to take him in, put him into United squad to replace Casemiro?
Hey, you know what? You know what he said today? Because obviously, so obviously, at the end today, I think it was today in the stream or maybe yesterday. Obviously, they were asking about because they were talking about Ten Hag and his language barrier and all that. And they were also asking if anybody speaks another language outside of English, and put your hands up. And obviously, Marcel put his hands up. And then when they asked him what language he speaks, he said, "I speak Marcel Nice. Marcel Nice I speak." Marcel say, I respect myself. I respect myself.
What it is, it's a dialect.
I respect myself because he's on this bullshit though. He's committed to the bullshit, bro. Like, see, I've seen some guys who on bullshit, but they backtrack. I'm saying, bro.
Very committed. Very committed.
Just absolutely obvious, and it's like you'll see us play, see us do results, see the games, and just be like, but all right, like I say, I said all of this. I can't repeat it enough. I said all of this beforehand. As I watch, I said all of this. More importantly, because the worst part of our team is going forward, who's creating and who's scoring goals for us? For those that are not new here, that has been a main topic of conversation on this platform, and all the other platforms have been on. Shout out to Saeed as well. Discussed it in depth on Filter Podcast. Shout out to Saeed. Big up to Double A. Big up to Ash. And I kept saying this.
I love that you brought the.
Where are our goals coming from? Who is scored? We are not scored. All this, all we gonna get 75, 85, 88, 90 league goals. From who? Who? These niggas go.
Minus 3 goals.
Bro. Anthony, Hoyland,
Mr. Double 16 himself in there.
Flawless, bro. What do you mean, bro? Bruno Fernandes, bro?
Bruno Fernandes,
you know, who's never scored, it never got double figures, non-penalty goals in the Premier League.
Bro. They taught me Anthony revenge tour this season, bro.
Yeah.
See, I told
you. Surely that 300k was he earned that 300k for bagging all that those goals, man.
There's more Super Bowls than we gonna score league goals. Whoever said that in the chat that day was right. They was running jokes, but they was right. Is it Super Bowl 59?
No. What was it that you know?
It's
going to be more WrestleManias than you score goals.
So wait, there's United fans that think you're gonna score. What's it? 90
you were here. You were here. Well, you must have missed. I know you've been busy in that dinero. Yeah. So all during preseason, because Manchester United got Ineos, and they were going to come in and structure, and they was going to improve us so much. So every time I'm on and saying we ain't going to do well this season, my 2 questions were, who's creating for us and who's scoring our goals? So this became a common thing on here, me in the chat, me on Saeed's channel, said on back at every platform I've been on, and people said 90 league goals, 88 league goals. The 75 to 85. Our people told me our front 6 was going to get 67.
Bear in mind, just league goals only, not even the other competition included. Bro, Martin's bro.
Garnacho 10 plus. Ahmed 10 plus.
Any of those United fans that are claiming that you may as well shout me, I'll do a bet with you now, bro. I'll take everything. You give me a £2,000 bet, bro. Let me collect my money, bro.
These man were talking about it. These man were talking about Ineos like Van Nistelrooy was gonna play up top this season, bro. This is what they told.
You've been on this or been in chats when I've been in streams, and I'm going back and forth with the chat about this, and they looking at me like I'm crazy. You know what I'm saying? There's more people watching this live stream right now than we are going to score league goals. What are we talking about here? There's more people watching this live stream right now than we've scored league goals in the past 2 seasons. We scored 57 last season, 58 the league before. Why are we going to jump for 85 to 90 with the same guys?
It means you're going backwards. So you're going to score 56. It's
probably 56. There is legit more Super Bowls than we going to score league goals. I think it's Super Bowl 59, right? I don't think we're going to get 59 league goals.
There might be players. There's a legitimate thing that Haaland or Salah will get more DNA than you score goals.
Facts. People talking about us getting to 85 to 90 league goals. How about we just get a positive goal difference? You know what I'm saying? Let's just go there. Let's just get to a positive goal difference. Because I think we could be here 2 months from now still in a negative goal difference. Because I don't know where.
No, you were in minus negative goal difference for 3 months at the back end of last season. Finished in minus.
All of this scoring all these goals. We've won last season. We won consecutive games once last season. We won games back to back once, and that was game week 37 and 38. All of a sudden we scored all these goals.
No, but real talk though, United fans, any of you that claim this 90 goal thing, real talk, shout me though.
Nice. You know what? You missed the Golden Arrow because after the 3 games, everyone realized how bad we are, in particular in front of goal. Like, hey, you know what, Carlos? You got a point. How did you notice? Because I look at the team and look at the manager. That's why.
Exactly. Everyone's going like, we said it in the summer. It's like, I couldn't believe it. It's like, I couldn't believe the optimism around like Manchester United because you signed players. But yeah, Ineos failed on them. They bottled their first decision by keeping Ten Hag. They bottled it. They failed. So whatever players you bring in don't really matter because if you got Ten Hag there. Do you know what I mean? So you're literally, it's literally, you've built the best Formula One car in the world, right? But you're getting Bowser to race in it. Do you know what I mean? For Mario Kart. Do you know what I mean? It's just not going to fit. Not going to fit. No, I need Toad alone, man. Toad alone, Mario. Yeah, whoa. Yeah,
now we're doing the Toad slam.
Yeah, Toad on Mario Kart ledge, right? Don't. He's a Don. He's Don Toad. Don Toad. That's what Justice for Toad.
I'm fighting about the oldest motherfucker here. I've been using Toad since Super Nintendo.
Yeah, Justice for Toad. Justice for Toad. There's certain lines you don't cross, Flawless. All right, you just learned that, all right? Anyway, back to Ineos. They failed and bottled their first. The biggest decision they were going to make was the manager. They bottled it. They absolutely bottled it. And what is the point? Why do you need? I've never heard like a technical director's name mentioned so much with the playing styles. I've heard Jason Wilcox. Here we go. But what I mean is, I've never heard
nonsense.
I don't hear as much as we rag on our sporting director. I never hear them mentioned in the playing style with Maresca. Obviously I don't hear it Pep. I don't hear Arnie Slot with a guy like Richard Hughes or something like, oh yeah, he's talking with Arnie Slot about even the playing style at Spurs. You don't hear whoever that Paratici or whoever go, he discusses the playing style with. I've never heard Jason Wilcox. Why didn't you just hire, if Jason Wilcox wants to play that football, why the hell didn't you just hire Jason Wilcox then to do it? You know what I mean?
Or hire a manager that has the same thought process and similar.
Well, it's obvious, isn't it? They've got Rude there.
No, you forgot though. But you forgot though. Hacker and Rude, they're doing the substitutions and the tactics.
Oh yeah, that's what I got told as well. Yeah, he wasn't doing no tactics. He wasn't picking the lineup. And all this stuff. Yeah. All right.
Yes, I'm sure Rude and the other guy, whatever his name is, think the same way as Ten Hag does about Sancho. I'm sure they all think the same way about that. I mean, that ear infection, Jimmy, I don't know about you, but that ear infection looks like it cleared up pretty much when Sancho arrived at Cobham. Do you know what I mean? It seems to have cleared up. You know what I mean?
I can hear clear.
You passed it on the medical. There was nothing on the medical about an ear infection. I didn't see that at all. So it's all good, man. My God. It was just a genuine optimism. The optimism was mad in the summer. It was like, are you guys really? Ineos just went like that. Like the Men in Black thing. Do you know what I mean? At the end, the mind thing.
And people.
You know what they did? But you know what they did though? Ineos literally took one step and everybody uploaded them, bro. One step, bro. This is literally what they did, and for me, see, I kind of get it because United they had the cases for so many years. They're like, oh shit, this is just something new. So I kind of get the optimism to the point, but then optimism in reality, and I feel like people just thought, oh, let's actually give these guys. If these guys, people were so naive that they were trying to convince us that United can't pay Ten Hag out of his contract to get deserved. This how much they were blinded, bro. Confused fellas, bro. And I didn't get it.
Just they gave him one more year and he's not even getting paid more. He's getting paid the same. They just extended by a year.
So you telling me Tottenham can just comfortably get rid of Jose's contract and Conte's contracts just like that, but they can't get rid of Ten Hag. United. Come on, bro.
Exactly. That's why I don't hear it. That's why I always say they chose to keep. We know money thing. They chose to keep it because they wanted to.
After game 1, right? I was sitting there watching that stinky ass football. And then Xerxes scored that one little goal, and everybody act like I'm like, if I was a Man U fan after that game, I would have been like, no, fire him now.
Yeah.
Fire him now. It's clear what I'm about to be in for. It's the same shit I watched last year.
Same thing. It's the same
just got
thing.
bailed out.
Yes, it's the same Jordans, just in different colors.
He's also now he's broken. To add to the negative records he's broken, he's the first coach to lose 2 out of his first 3 games the 3rd season in a row. He breaks records. He breaks negative. I can't believe he's the only coach I know that's kept his job by breaking so many negative records. It's like what relegation teams do. Do you know what I mean? It's like
and they can't score under him. They can't score. How many goals y'all was scoring with Ali? 60, 70 goals? Like,
it was like, I think, we've struggled a lot. We scored one season, we scored over 70 with Ollie, but then over the that, it's like 60s. Yeah, like we've only cracked in the last 10 years in the league, we've scored over 70 league goals once. We've been struggling.
But he's coming did worse than Ali when it comes to scoring goals.
Exactly. Yeah, facts. Yes.
That's Ali was out there just doing vibes FC. Like, we roll the ball out, kick it, let's go.
And that's legit what it is, but people will still back it. So to Mohammed's point, which sparked all of this as well, and this the United fans have been saying this, long season, strap your seatbelts in. That's all I'm going to say. Long, uncomfortable season, strap your seatbelts in. Don't work your weekend around Manchester United games. That's what I would say. You got something else to do, go do it.
That's the only saving grace. That's the only saving grace this weekend. If you drop points, it's the first game. It's the first game. If you drop points, it's the first game. That's the only saving grace.
Points, man. I need a win.
But I know you need a win, but what I'm saying is the only saving grace. It's the first game of the weekend. Do you know what I mean?
You know what it is, though.
I'm gonna have that game on at work tomorrow morning. I was saying Saturday morning.
Hey, bro, do you know what it is, though? Being honest, Joe. With some of you, these United fans, bro, they need to get their minds together, bro. Get a road. Like, I don't understand what reality check they need, bro. Because at the end of the day, I had a conversation with a United fan the other day, bro. When I told you this guy went on for an hour, bro, made me late back to my shift, talking about why he's Ten Hag in and why he wants Ten Hag to stay. I couldn't believe it, bro. He was telling me that the football that Ten Hag plays is way better than Ollie's football. He was telling me all types of things, but he was even saying to me, I think it was, how could we sell McTominay or something like this? And I was just thinking to myself, bro, like, are you blind or are you blind? Because what is going on here, bro? Like, it doesn't make no sense, bro. Because the brother was trying to argue with me for an hour, bro. I was telling him, bro, like, this is the thing with you fans. You let it get there. You're letting your club get away with this type of thing where obviously Ten Hag should be out. Everybody should be able to be clear to see that he should be out now. Yeah, at a point he tried to use the excuse as well of obviously injuries. Everybody gets injuries, bro. And you see teams getting injuries and they still come through and get the result that's needed, bro. So at the end of the day, bro, he needs to leave. You man need him out ASAP. Obviously, he's not gonna go. I hope he stays, for real. I hope he stays. But at the end of the day, bro, like, you get.
We want you to stay.
We want you to stay. We want you to stay. Ten Hag. We want you to stay.
Oh, didn't they do the Ollie remix? Look, the Liverpool fans, the Ollie remix.
if someone wants to sit, like we talk about things replaying themselves, if like that goes to show, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, there's a part in certain like superhero films where you know the superhero is gonna win in the end, or the good guy's gonna win in the end. You hear certain music and you're like, all right, this he about to win. No, that's it. You know what's gonna they battered us on the Ollie, and you knew the writing was on the wall, and then he got sacked a couple games later.
They were doing Ole's from a 60-minute mark.
60-minute hour in, you know.
Hour in.
That's it, bro. Like, hey, early shift, lads, bro. Early shift.
You know they showed you disrespect by showing you mercy on that game from like an hour in. It was like they could have really battered you. They could have battered you 7 or 8.
Because we gave up. The team gave up. The players.
I know you had a couple of chances, but I think if Liverpool were on it, you wouldn't have got those chances.
100%. If Salah released the ball a bit earlier, bro.
Unacceptable. Gave up. Manager gave up. Players gave up.
Remember, at the end of the game, Van Dijk said they were. What was this? What was the final? What was the score?
It's 3-0 in the end. He said, it was
3-0. He's like, y'all beat them 3-0. He said, it should have been more. He was pissed. He was mad that they let up.
And I would
Van Dijk was mad. He wanted to give him 5 and 6, and like.
Didn't Salah say something like? He said something the same as well, but he also said like about the tactics. So he said we knew how we were going to play. We just did.
No, that was Slot. I think that was Slot. Yeah, Salah said something like Salah was walking around after the game with no shoes, just barefooted on OT like it's his own house, bro.
That was disrespectful,
bro. Let's say, bro, like he's like, I'm around.
I think he could have played barefoot in that game if he wanted to. I think he could have done it.
Yeah, bro.
Seriously, I think he would have bagged the hat trick.
They call him Old Trafford. That's crazy.
Yeah, and people still back this and what's going on. And Ineos are part of this. This is why when people point to Ratcliffe and Barada and everyone, you man kept this guy in charge. You had every opportunity. You had an opportunity to sack him. You chose to stay with him. So now these results are not only on the players and the manager. This is also on you. I already have my doubts about
it. And they spent a lot of money as well with this guy.
Yeah.
So in essence, it'd be them having to admit that basically this summer was a total F show, and it was all wrong. Because what if they bring in another guy who doesn't want some of these things?
Yeah, that's where it stems from. That's where it stems to a style, which I don't think it would have been. That's why I don't like Ineos in regards to the managerial thing. Yeah, go on, Jimmy.
It would have been a proper rebuild if they would have brought in a new coach. I wouldn't have nothing to say about United. I wouldn't care if there was up and down or whatever, because you understand it's a rebuild. Yes, like you can't halfway rebuild. It's like being a little bit pregnant. It's like, yo, you rebuilding or you not.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, how they did everything they did, change the board, change all of this, change all that, and then brought back Ten Hag.
Bro, it's the equivalent of you're starting on a building site, but you just hired the guy that you just watched burn down the site beside it. Neighbors, do you know what I mean? But you just hired him now to do this. It's incompetence at the highest level.
Bro, it's like I'm dead serious. Anybody, it's like taking a shower and then putting on the same underwear, bro.
Yeah. Flores, you said they had a month.
Underwear you just took off.
Flores, you said they had a month to evaluate him. Let's be real. They were there in February.
Oh yeah, they had a month.
Like 4 months.
They had beforehand. If Jim Ratcliffe, you're a United fan, so you was watching like I was watching.
Yeah,
watching from the season start would have told you all you need to know. You don't have to be a part. I can see from the outside looking in. You lot are there.
I'm not a fan. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like as a football junkie, you can see.
You can see that. That's why I'm just like, all right, cool. So I know you man ain't fit for purpose when it comes to this. Do I like this?
All us rival fans were going. We weren't even thinking Ten Hag was going to stay. I tell you right now, we were thinking we're taking Mick out.
Oh yeah, I just knew he was fired.
You're going to get Scout Southgate, but Ten Hag staying was not in our minds. I got to tell you right now.
And the way the search went, you thought there's no way Ten Hag would even come back. Like, why would I even come back?
Because you got no shame. Because you got no shame.
Like you just went out and just went. Me and you stood together and you made a Tinder account right in front of me. Like right in front of me, and you swiping.
You swiping right.
Like,
yeah. But you're showing the screen to your lady like that. You're going like.
I'm even asking you like, what do you think of this bitch?
Yeah. Are you okay? Are you okay if I just meet this? Can you just wait a while? Just meet.
He went out Cup style. Like
He did.
Because if you get
No
fired,
shame.
bro, you get. I guess he wouldn't have got his money if he'd have left, right? If you quit, they don't have to pay you.
Yeah, yes.
Depends on
If
who
you
you're
quit, I don't
from,
That's
think.
probably
Yeah,
what
yes.
it is. He probably like,
Yeah.
shit, if they don't fire me, I'm keeping my job because I
Yeah,
want my money.
again, but
Yeah.
self-respect, and then you turn
Yeah,
around
I
and
get
say,
it.
"Oh,
But
they couldn't get anyone better."
He'll get a job. Man, look, I'd have been like, fuck that. You ain't
do that to
shopping
me.
me around like that.
Nah. I'm leaving. At least
Well,
with Bayern Munich when they tried to go back to Tuchel right now.
No, I'm going back. What the
It
hell?
was like hell.
Well, you know, Ten Hag, bro. Ten Hag is that character from Boondocks, bro. A pet named Slipper. No, he doesn't give a shit, bro.
Crazy. And big up Sir Rafael for the super chat before we close out. He says winning cups will keep you employed, I suppose. And that's the craziest part is that saving the major trophies, domestic cups we're talking about, which yes, I celebrate. Yes, love winning domestic cups. But that shouldn't be the be all and end all at Manchester United. Now, if we're talking Champions League and Premier League, whole different conversation. I'm talking a whole different, but league form, Champions League form tells you all you need to know. Because this is Manchester United. We spend money to go and compete and win those major honors. That is always the aim. We don't always get there, but what I'm saying is the aim. Several mentioned about Chelsea and them needing a bigger ground because of the size of their club they are and where they're aiming to go. If you're a 40,000 seat stadium's cool for most teams in the country. You know what I'm saying? Most teams in the country are absolutely fine with a 40,000 seat stadium because that fits their remit. That fits where they're going and what Chelsea are trying to do, it don't fit for. Same way for Manchester United, what we're aiming to do. We don't spend big money for no reason. Yeah. Big money on transfer fees. Big money on wages. What we do
you
now?
have the same thing. You have the same thing for Real Madrid do, bro. Del Bosque is one of the greatest coaches in football history. He won the league and they fired him the day after. They didn't win the Champions League. That's the same. I'm sorry, Manchester United, the way they're built, I know they're not showing it right now, but that's the type of standards that Manchester United should have. Oh, you won a cup for us? Great, we weren't expecting it. Thank you very much. You can leave on a high.
Yeah.
Like that. We need to start a rebuild.
Like we did to Van Gaal, where he won the FA Cup.
Van Gaal's stats in the game so much higher than Ten Hag.
Yeah, it's good.
And he arguably had a worse squad overall than Ten Hag had.
And he did better in the league.
You know what I mean? They fired him the day after they won the cup. But you're waiting 2 months or 6 weeks or whatever it was to confirm this guy. You went all around Europe like you were like looking for a cheap whore to sleep with. Do you know what I mean? You went all the way around and now you've gone back to your wife. Do you know what I mean? It's like, absolutely. It's mad. Honestly, it's embarrassing. It's just embarrassing. And these Man United fans are now like, who are still back in Ten Hag. The flip-flops and even some of the YouTubers are flip-flopping after you won the FA Cup. Oh no, we've got to keep Ten Hag. Why? What was so the difference was that he won one game, he won a cup. Do you know that you were literally a toenail away from dropping out from Coventry in that FA Cup semi-final? Then what would you have said? Do you know what I mean? That's the whip. VAR saved this man his job. Do you know what I mean? Saved it. A toenail saved him.
All hell Ineos in it, but hey, we move. But run up the likes again, hit the subscribe button. We're gonna get predictions from everyone on the panel before we close out. Only 67 likes, just under 90 of you lot in here. Let's get up to 80 likes. Like check 1212. Subscribe to Jimmy's channel again. Links in the title, Jimmy Spliff TV. Hit the subscribe button right now, and it opens up a new tab, people as well. But yes,
can you bring up Z's comment? Just he's had a question for me.
Oh, this flawless. This is a question to Surfer today on most streams. Surfer said Chelsea are favourites going to Old Trafford. They couldn't beat a bad Manchester United last season at OT. How are you favourites?
Now I know that our record over the last 10 years is not that good, but I'm just thinking how the teams are. Even last year, I thought we should have beaten Manchester United because the way Manchester United were playing. Even us, we were playing a bit better. So this season, if we go the record there, I do expect us to win because of the way Man United are playing. Do you know what I mean?
This is the one because I've been the last 2 years when you lot have played us at OT. If this manager's still in charge, I'm not going.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. I'm
not going. I'm not confident.
Ironically, this game was when I fully went Poch out after this game because I thought at the time, I was a bit doubtful of Poch, but Ten Hag was the worst coach. But then Poch proved to me he's equally as bad, if not worse. And he lost to him. And any Chelsea fan recollection of that game, Man United should have been 3 or 4-1 up in like 3 or 4 up in like 15 minutes.
I can't believe I was watching.
Absolutely battered us. It was only so even that Cole Palmer goal was weird. I don't know how Onana let that Cole Palmer go in. By the way, it's just weird. But no, I think we should. I think we should. I think we should. And I always take records into effect. And I know we've got a bad record up there, but I just think we should build. Even we got bad records up at Everton and Newcastle, we should still be winning up there. You know what I mean? There's only a few grounds there's only a few grounds at the moment where I'll go no, and that's Anfield, Etihad, and the Arsenal shit bowl. So like that. So even
like I said, that's the one. Like I'm not. If he's still in charge because it's the start 2nd of November, I'm not going.
Yeah, we might not be good. We might not be good at the moment, Z, but I think you're just worse. That's all. So I think we should treat you like wolves. We should bat, even if you score against us. I think we should batter you.
You go for it. That's what I would do. If I'm playing Manchester United,
I don't fear any part of your team. I'm sorry, I just don't. I don't fear any part of your defense. Might be good. Defense might be goodish, but that's yet to be proven. You've got no left back to begin with. Do you know what I mean? Or you're playing like a right-footed left back.
Yeah,
your midfield. Now McTominay's gone. Where's your goals coming from midfield? Do you know what I mean?
Bruno.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah, but listen, we're working. I can see little green shoots of a work in progress with our team. You know, you kept the same manager. You know what I mean? That just says it all.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro. Like,
we're trying to get out of the mud. Stop trying to pull us back.
I don't. That's the funniest thing about it because the way I look at it, because obviously, I care about records too, but earlier, and Daniel said it earlier as well, I still stand by the fact that we still should have beaten Chelsea when we was in our good form last season. No, we ended up getting bent over and all that shit, pause. But it still doesn't change my mind that going into the game, that I still think we should have gone and do the business. So I don't see anything wrong with Stamford. And I don't think, especially considering the two situations, Chelsea was going through their issues and we were going through our good patch. So I'm looking at it from Stamford's perspective now with Chelsea and Man United. I don't see why Chelsea can't be famous at OT.
No matter how bad my record is at Old Trafford, if I am a good side,
I was fancying my chances.
Think about after that game. Who did you lose to after you beat us?
Bournemouth was it?
Bournemouth
3-0. You know what's crazy? I remember doing a shout out to, was it Patrick?
Oh, so like that.
No. I did a fan cam on Chelsea Fan TV after that, and it wasn't with I think it was Patrick who was with, and he was asking me about it, not the normal guy who does it, the other one. I remember his name. His name's lost me. I'm tired. My apologies. Chelsea Fan TV. Make sure you go and subscribe though. And he was asking me and was like, "Oh, is this a turning point?" And I remember we had Bayern Munich before we had Bournemouth, and I said, "Go and beat. We played well in the game. Deserved the win. Yes. Let's chill out. Let's actually go and beat Bayern Munich, then go and beat Bournemouth." And then what happened? We lost to Bayern Munich and we lost to Bournemouth. It's all this new optimism we are going.
I'm going to address Z again.
Charlie, that was it. It was Charlie. Yeah, it was Charlie. Thank you, AJ.
I can honestly think. I think Cunha at Wolves is better than all of your attackers. Cunha at Wolves is better than all of your attackers. He would get into your Manchester United team. Right now, your attack stinks. If you don't realise that, I don't know what the 2 previous seasons don't help to realise that your attack absolutely stinks. You may score against us, that's fine. But with our attacking options, I think we should batter you. Or sorry, maybe batter's a strong word, but we should beat you.
Yeah, I was about to say.
We should beat you.
You should be able to score 3 goals.
Yeah,
exactly. I don't see why that's a problem. I think with our attacking options, we'll do that to a lot of teams. Now, I will take the records into effect, as we always do. And a side note on Spurs, with my attitude with Spurs, I don't care how Chelsea are performing. I just always think we'll beat Spurs no matter what.
No, that's fair. No, that's fair enough.
Especially at the bridge.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough. It's just like I mentioned earlier, like I don't care even with the record, considering it was at home as well. I'm just sitting there.
You're on a good run.
And even it could have been other seasons as well, not just last season.
I can understand your confidence. I can understand your confidence going into the game.
I get that. So that's why I'm saying with Chelsea. That's why I was kind of using the same kind of parameters. I'm like, why shouldn't Chelsea fans be confident and say they're going into OT and say, bro, at least in Bournemouth go over there and roll these man over. Fulham, if Fulham had better midfielders, like I said, obviously it is Fulham's problem, and United took advantage of that and won the game. But when the level of competition comes higher and higher, start asking questions, you know.
Bro, I saw a Roy Hodgson Crystal Palace beat you guys last season 1-0. Do you know what I mean? I saw Nottingham Forest nearly beat you. You only beat them because they went down to 10 men. Do you know what I mean? I think we should be, yeah. Do you know what? I think we should be beating you. I think you, to me at this moment in time, and obviously it's only 3 games, I don't know. In my mind, it's not entering you beating us because you got worse. You legitimately got worse. Your attack got worse. Imagine this. Imagine 2 seasons of 58, 57 goals. You're into your 3rd season, and arguably your attack got worse. And you let go of a goal scoring midfielder as well. Imagine that.
Flawless, when Palace beat you last season, was that the game you said Ten Hag out? Yeah. When
it was the Palace, the second Palace game.
Yeah, the second because we had beat them in the League Cup and actually played well.
And then you said when you pitched it up, and then I remember that.
He's a Ten Hag, you know. He's a 10
Let them know where they can find you and all that good stuff, fam, man. Always good chopping up with you.
Jimmy Spliff TV, you already know. And Jimmy the Spliff on Twitter.
There we go. It is on Twitter. Jimmy, before you go, scoreline prediction: Bournemouth Chelsea.
2-0.
2-0. Okay. All right. First. Hey, Jimmy, bless up, man. Always good chopping up with you. Shout out to Jimmy.
Z, don't tell me you're a 10 Hag inner, Z. Don't tell me you're a 10 Hag.
Bournemouth Chelsea.
3-1.
3-1. All right, on to Jez, North London derby.
2-1 Tottenham.
2-1 Tottenham. De Niro?
Bro.
Just throw a score out there, man. It doesn't matter if you're wrong. It doesn't matter. I don't even believe my score. I don't believe my score too.
I'm saying 2-2.
Yeah, that's my scoreline prediction for the North London derby is 2 apiece. Chelsea, I think that game will be 3-1 Chelsea. And there will be watch-alongs for both on the Sarcasm City TV playback people. So make sure you get over to the playback, playback.tv/Sarcasm City TV, or download the playback app from your app store, people. That's playback.tv/Sarcasm City TV, where you get watch-alongs galore, people. Premier League watch-alongs over there over the weekend. Same as well. NFL watch-alongs over there, pro clubs over there. I'm going to do the Canelo Balanga fight. That'll be over there as well, people. I actually need to add that to the live stream schedule as well. So love to everyone who has locked in. And don't forget as well, we are available on all audio platforms, people. Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud. So if all the shows you see on the YouTube channel, apart from watch-alongs, are available on audio-only platforms. So anywhere you listen to podcasts. So Spotify, please follow us, 5-star us on there. iTunes, I always say this, all you iPhone users, the same with SoundCloud as well. Alam's live because he's doing an NFL watch-along, so we're going to redirect to him as well. And big up to H, who says, yo, Wild Z in the chat, 87 goals.
He's the 10 Hag winner and he's 87 guy. I just realised who it is.
It's 88. Yeah, it's 88. But
I just realised I cannot debate you, but it's a losing effort on I can't be bothered. Yeah, I just realised. Thank you very much.
The only games I can stream on the playback are not the NFL, the NBA games, people. I didn't even see. Are you wrong about what, Z? What are you asking?
Listen, I'll take the term battered out of it. I think we should beat you. How about that? I'll take the term battered out. There you go.
I'm wrong, Z. Wrong about what specifically? Because you both shared a lot of points. So wrong about.
I think he took offense and said that I think we should beat you, and then I said batter you and like that.
Yeah, batter's strong, but like
batter's strong.
The reason why I'm not pushing back is because I don't believe in this team. The reason why Surfer can say that is because of that's not on Surfer. That's on United's fault. If he wouldn't say that about anybody else. Let me rephrase that. He wouldn't say that about any other team that was good. He ain't gonna say that about Villa. Even if he thinks Chelsea were playing Villa this weekend, let's say, and he thinks Chelsea are favourites for the game, he goes, we're going to batter Villa. No, I think Chelsea will beat Villa 2-1, whatever the case may be. Because Villa, I wouldn't
even say we batter Spurs. I'd say we'll comfortably beat them, but I wouldn't be a battering.
That's fine, man. I got nothing left when it comes to defending this team. I'm done. That's why I don't defend it no more. Like when people go too far, well, I just said we could beat Chelsea at OT. Is that a crazy thing to say? No, it's not. Actually, goes to the time.
It's not crazy. I just
crazy.
at
No,
the moment,
I wouldn't say it. But I wouldn't say it. But I don't think it's crazy. No, but I wouldn't
not
personally
crazy.
say
I'm
it
just
right
looking.
now.
I'm just looking at you. You arguably got worse squad this season. You're weaker.
Crazy nosy.
At the moment, my mindset is like last year. I said it would be embarrassing. We did lose. It would be embarrassing to lose to this Manchester United team. It would be embarrassing.
Crazy. So crazy, Z. No, I don't think it's crazy to say that. But I'm not saying it with any confidence. Put it this way: if that game was coming up this weekend, I'm saying draw. Big up Jacob as well, man. Big up United Spurs of America.
Big up Jacob.
That's what I would say.
And
it's hey, you lot gotta get Z. Hey, quote my guy Z. That's my Don, my G. Quote him correctly, man. 88 league goals when he said. He didn't say 88. Quote man right, man. If you're gonna quote man correctly, man. There's no misquote over here.
86 to
By the
go.
way, I'm gonna cut a bit earlier. Just want to go and eat, make something.
Yeah. Jez, all bless. I'm gonna close out this show anyway. So love again to everyone that's locked in. Jez, every single time, man. Bless up, man. You already know. Shouts to Jez every single time. We are gonna close out. Do you know what? These streams again. International break here was me thinking it was gonna be quiet, and these streams are getting longer and longer. This show, 2 hours and 15 minutes. The United Arsenal Chelsea show, almost 3 hours. The United City show, almost 3 hours. The Q&A was like nearly a couple hours as well. So we're going to keep the show on the road, man. It's crazy. I'm done. Can't take this anymore. I'm scared of Chelsea coming to OT. We got no hope. Well, I agree with you, Z. We got no hope. And Z, I'm not scared of anyone coming to OT. I just have no faith in the team. It's insert team name here. I ain't super confident against Barnsley. Do I think we win the game? Yes. But I should be sat here saying, yeah, we're going to beat them 4-5-0. I think we'll beat Barnsley. And let's say it's 2-0. I actually think it'll be like 2-0. But I don't think it will be like it won't be an enjoyable watch. That's what I will say. Yeah, Rochdale all over again. For those that may not know, Rochdale is when I turned on Ollie. But you know,
Z, you've got to master sarcasm even in your chat. You don't go over the top. Do you know what I mean? It's like 7-0. Of course, it won't be 7-0. Do you know what I mean? But you know, it's all good.
What's the last Champions League nail in the coffin for Ten Hag all-time low? His reign has just been an all-time low.
It's not because he's still here. He's still here. He didn't get sacked after losing 7-0 to Liverpool for Christ's sake. What are we doing here? Because he won the League Cup and finished third. I mean, what? I mean, actually, even if you finish third in the League Cup, you can't lose 7-0 to Liverpool. Do you know what I mean? It's just he lost 6-3 to City that season as well, right? Battered by Brentford 4-0. Do you know what I mean? It's just.
And yes, H, I do see it, but hey, man, like, you know what it is, man. People don't want to admit when they're wrong, so I hear it. Like, it is what it is, man. The new season optimism got people. But anyways, we're going to close out. Love to De Niro for joining. Shouts to Jimmy for joining as well. Make sure you subscribe to his channel. Big up Jez. Big up Surfer as well. Big up to everyone in the chat, all the members, etc., etc. We back tomorrow. I'm at a live show today, people. So I'm not sure. Actually, if you're about people, there's a Savage show, obviously music show going on. So shout out to Savage and every single time. So if you're in Manchester, pull up to the show, people. I'm gonna post it. It's on the Savage PMP Instagram anyway. But if you want to pull up, people, if you're in Manchester, feel free to pull up. So I don't know if the United Liverpool show is going to go ahead. No, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if, and I'm not sure what time, but you will get some form of live stream, people. It may be after back again. I might do a fan calling show. I might do a fan calling show late in the night. I may do, because I was trying to get a couple special guests, but it's not really worked out. Yeah, Warrior J, update the schedule. Just say TBC, man. Just put live stream TBC. Flawless is unsure. That's what you
see. Flawless out. Don't mention Manchester. Leave him alone. He's happy when you don't mention Manchester. You know. Okay?
Facts.
Leave him alone.
That's what I'm looking.
When he's streaming, fine. When he's streaming about United, fine. Just when he's out doing something else, leave him alone.
Yeah, just put TBC. Flawless don't know Warrior J because he's our live stream. Just put that. I'm unsure. So you leave again. FTK. Flawless don't know. Flawless don't know it. Yeah, put that. I'm not sure. So you'll either be the United Liverpool show or a fan calling show or pro clubs. But you'll get some form of content. You don't know. I provide you with some content on the YouTube. Exactly. I'm just not sure what. That's all.
Multiple streams every day. Do you know what I mean? Jesus Christ. And not only just this channel, on other channels as well.
Yeah,
Christ
man.
almighty.
You know. Well, that being
No
said,
wonder
back
no wonder
again.
he's tired. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
sometimes
Talk about
you
United
know.
for 8 hours a day.
But love to everyone that's locked in. We're redirecting to Alam because he's doing an NFL watch along. This has been the Manchester United, Chelsea, Tottenham Hotspur show. Mandem United pod. Ballers at the Bridge pod. Talking that Tottenham Talk pod live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Thank you very much for tuning in.